For those that are listening.
She's literally off the couch.
They snapped with that one, bro. The spin into the drop. Yeah. They snapped with that.
Mics are hot.
Mics are hot.
Mics are hot.
Everyone's on their phone.
The mics that he hit.
No.
Mucho's in full promoter mode.
Mucho's a workaholic for real.
This is not work.
What is? Oh, it's
Kinda
just.
I'm networking. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Barely. Anyways, is everyone fully focused and ready?
Yes.
Sunglasses are on. Well, your sunglasses are on.
My sunglasses are on.
Man, I was gonna wear mine, but I don't know where mine are right
Well,
now, so it's all good.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Stare at mine until I take them off.
Huh?
Said you won't stare at them until I take them
Oh,
off.
they're right under your chair.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are.
If you really want to wear them.
Yeah.
Alright.
Zoe
Look at
wants you to
looking
put them
up.
on
Okay.
today.
I just said I found them and they're right under
She
your
likes
chair.
your swag today.
Yeah. Thank you, A-Mike.
Yeah.
Who's A Mike?
You.
What does A Mike mean? What does that mean?
You are the A-Mike of this podcast.
Me?
Yeah, you're the main host. You are
Zoe
A-Mike.
and context clues have the biggest battle of all time.
That's really rude.
No, it's like
That's funny.
it's true. Like you don't like figure things out in your own head. Like I think it was either yesterday or 2 days ago. Zoe was asking about stickers, like where she could get some stickers printed, and Mucho said at Kinko's. She said, "What is that?" Obviously, it's a store. Look, you said, "What is that?"
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Hold on, let me see.
What else would it be?
Did she think I know a nigga named Kinko?
That's what she thought you meant. Your homie Kinko.
I did say what is that?
What do you mean? What is that?
You know what? Sometimes I just need extra. What's it called?
You need things spelled out for you.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. Like I didn't really understand what A Mike meant, but now I get it. A as in the first letter, Mike.
Joe Budden's the A-Mike on the Joe Budden podcast.
Got it. Okay.
Is Charlemagne the A-Mike for
Yeah.
the breakfast show?
100%. Who else is the A
But
Mike?
he wasn't.
Just hilarious.
He wasn't before. Did he always? He wasn't. No, he didn't start as the A-Mike.
Who would?
I feel like-
Maybe in theory,
'Cause
Angela Yee had a bigger name when they started.
No, but Envy is like introing the songs and does the intro.
Oh,
and
this
stuff
is
like
true.
That. Like he's
But to me, he's more like a mediator, like on ESPN when they have the girl in the middle or whatever. That's Envy.
What's her name? Molly?
when you got Nadeska.
When the girl in the middle is crazy.
He's the Molly.
Shout out to the mediator. Shout out to Nadeska. Shout out Stat. You know that's like
Exactly.
it's a big position in podcast.
To me, that's what Envy does.
Is Joy Taylor black?
No.
I think she's
Yeah,
biracial.
know she's
somehow.
I would let her say it.
Shut up.
Oh shit.
You gotta stop.
She
doing
looks.
that.
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't
My
think
bad,
she
my
was
fault.
black, but now that she's rocking like the single braids, she looks blacker
I'm pretty
than I
sure
thought
she's
she
mixed.
was.
Just because she has single braids, and all of a sudden
She looks blacker. Your
No.
hairstyle can make you look blacker or less black as a
Come
woman.
on, no. What?
You literally came in here the other day and you were like, "Yo, Patrick Mahomes, like he got a
He
new
looks better with a haircut. I
And
didn't
why?
think he looks like a black man.
And we talked about why that
He looks
is.
better with a haircut.
Because we talked about it
makes
makes someone
someone
more
look
like a black
blacker.
guy.
No.
Yes.
Not more like
That's
a black
what all
guy.
the-
He just looks better.
We had
looking.
that discussion.
All the racially ambiguous looking dudes look ambiguous because they have dark Caesars. If their hair is longer, they don't look black.
Have what?
Dark Caesars.
It's like a low cut.
A low cut.
to the grain.
I didn't want to say what is that. So I whispered it.
A low cut.
Oh, okay, I've never heard that term before. Dark Caesars.
Yeah.
I think it's more that I like when you have to hear something for the first time. That's
Yeah.
the fun. That's
Yeah.
the
I
joy
just
of being
think
so
All the Filipino dudes and the Mexican dudes and the black and the like spicy white dudes, they all go buzz cut, beard, tattoos to look blacker.
Is it to look blacker or it just looks better?
It makes them look
Or black is
blacker.
better.
It makes all I'm saying is it makes them look blacker.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
guy
with
that
that
they
too.
go
But you
for.
can't look blacker if you're not black.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you
What
can.
are you talking? Yes, you can.
Yes,
You can look blacker if you're not a black person.
Okay,
Even women can do
said
this.
just yes. You
Hold
can.
on, guys. Let's actually open our.
bro.
Yeah.
Why were
If you
people
are a
debating?
white person,
Yes.
you cannot look blacker because there's no to the black. You're not black.
Oh boy, we
You
are.
look more.
You understand what I'm saying?
Got right into it.
Like, what are we talking about? If you have a white woman and she has single braids, oh, girl, you look blacker today. You are not black to begin with.
No, that doesn't make her look blacker. It
That's what
depends. It depends on the person.
Can
And
Pat
I was
Mahomes look
talking
more
about.
black?
I was
He
talking
just
about.
looks better. But
I
to me,
will-
he will always look like a mixed race man.
And I was talking about looking racially ambiguous. And when people look racially ambiguous, people tend to assume that they're black.
But
Maybe
Hold
that's
on,
the
wait,
term.
time
Maybe
out.
maybe
No.
racial ambiguous is the term we should be using
look how
instead of
Roman
blacker.
were trying to debate if Central C was black or not. It's because he had the braids, he had the look. When he got the white boy frilly haircut, he does not look racially
Did you
ambiguous.
think Zoe liked him back then?
Yes.
Yes.
They were trying to like find him being a
no,
little
no.
bit black.
Loophole.
I didn't think I thought he had something in him. I didn't know if it was black, but it turned out to be like Asian Guyanese. I know you can just tell that's not a white man. Like Travis Kelce, I always knew was white.
Yes.
Like
but
I didn't think Travis Kelce looked blacker because he had short hair.
Yeah.
he definitely looked more racially
But do you think
ambiguous.
Central
He
C?
didn't look racially ambiguous at all. He was always a white man. He was white with a buzz cut.
No, facts. So let's stick
I
on.
would never be like, your Travis Kelce's a little mixed today. No, he's always been a white. He's always been white milk. He's always been elite milk because he was
Elite
white.
milk.
Elite
though,
milk.
Okay, but he looks whiter
That's
when
the
his
title?
hair is.
Yep, elite milk. Yeah.
When he got the
They're gonna
hockey
think I
man
said it, but it was her that
stash
said it.
and the long hair.
Sorry.
When he got the hockey man stash and the long hair, he looks whiter than he looked
He was.
with the
He
buzz
was.
cut.
He was less.
That
He
is
was
a
less
fact.
black presenting.
That is a fact.
Black presenting.
Black presenting.
Black presenting might be a better episode.
We're playing with semantics here. We know what we're talking about. Chet Hanks looks.
Chet Hanks is a white man with a buzz
Yeah,
cut. Yo.
he is a white man with a buzz cut, but he looks more racially ambiguous because
No,
that
there's no
aesthetic-
racial ambiguity of Chet Hanks. He just looks like a white man with a buzz cut. Just because you have a buzz cut doesn't make you racially ambiguous. It
Hey,
doesn't.
we're going around in circles.
Simply
but-
does not.
We're not
Y'all-
gonna find
you
that.
guys know.
That's not what we mean.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows what we mean.
Anyways, guys, welcome to episode 25?
26.
26. No,
It's 25, and don't do this to me again. It's 25.
Yeah. No, actually, it might
It was Kobe last time. Now it's
Yes.
25. 25 comes after
Yes,
24.
you're right.
Talk to him, Doc.
Welcome to episode 25 of the Relentless Diaries podcast. I'm your main host, Zoe.
I'm Shazor.
I'm Clyde.
Mucho.
And we're drinking today again because technically it's like a holiday.
Preen and Pod.
It's like a holiday week
Praying and potted.
for the
Premium pod.
Canada and the US. You know, we got Canada Day on July 1st. We have July 4th coming up. If you're like me and you work for an American and Canadian company, this
Me
week
too.
this week is light.
Yeah.
This week
I
is
didn't even
very
think
cool
about that.
I'm loving
because we have Canada Day off and then they have Friday off. So technically, we ain't doing shit this week.
Facts.
So
That's
it's an
fire.
interesting
Week
week
of
if you do work
celebration
for
for you, yeah.
100%. But
July. That's when I found out July. That's Mucho's boy said that.
Colleen,
I found out July. Yeah.
yeah,
Facts.
but it is
It's a banger.
honestly happy July
Facts.
because I mean it is the best month of the year
Yeah.
because you know it's my birthday coming up.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
That way. That
The
way.
girl's gonna
Yeah.
be 25,
Ooh.
29.
Oh, here we go. Give her the 25.
You know what? No, stop. Let's do it
Let's
because
do it.
I asked online too because I don't know what 25 means.
25 doesn't make sense to be with 25. It doesn't make sense. Like it genuinely doesn't make sense. It's 25 because 25 rhymes with 29. Why are you 25 and 29? Fine.
When I did
This
the
is
poll,
great. This is really good, like, argument
100%.
for
when
your
I
case.
did the poll on Instagram, it was literally like 51-50%.
That's because too many young things
of
follow you.
25
Thank you. These
versus
young girls need to
29.
know 20. Listen, these young girls need to wait their turn because I never quoted 25 with 25 when I turned 25. Wait your turn for 25. It's 29.
You know how
Tell that to
things
the
like you
gram.
know how
They're
like
too inner.
you know how like wine is fine, things get finer with
Fine,
age.
yes.
To me, 29 does make more sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
And that's the thing
I
with my
agree.
party. So
Yeah.
it needs to
think-
stay that way. I'm not changing.
I think maybe because of the F, the 20 is closer
go.
to 5 than 9.
Yeah,
like
like
phonetically,
That's what gets
Okay.
me for it.
it sounds
Yeah,
closer
yeah.
to 5.
Yeah.
I think it sounds closer to 9 because it rhymes.
It rhymes with 9, but when you say it, it sounds closer to 25.
25,
'cause of the F.
25.
All the lore that
25,
Zoe's breaking
25,
down for it makes it make more
But
sense.
I don't know. It's either way. I get why you say it. But
Yeah.
I'm still confused.
I
We need
think
one.
25 is for 29, and I'm keeping it
Right.
that way. But anyways,
all of you guys are 29. Would you hashtag that
No.
for your birthday
I'm a
post?
man.
Absolutely.
as a man, I don't think we're doing 20
I'm a man.
or hashtag 25 as a
Okay,
man. No,
okay.
I don't think we're doing
This is
that.
like the 5-2 fine 2 argument. Like you're
True.
just arguing
Those
phonetics.
are people being actually like kind. I don't want to use the word,
I
but
don't
like
know.
being dumb.
See,
Okay.
What word did you want to use?
Stop it right now.
Don't say
Stop
it.
it right now. I want to use
I
dumb.
could
Can
be
that the
mishearing.
title?
What word did you want to use?
No. I wanted to use the word dumb.
I could be mishearing, but I feel like in the song he says both of them.
He says she's fine too, but I want you. He never says she's 5'2".
I feel like I heard both. I feel like because he repeats the chorus twice. I feel like in the first chorus he says one, in the second chorus he says the other.
You dead ass think he said 5'2"?
I don't think he says 5'2". I think he said both of them.
Yeah, you think at one point of the song, you think he said she's 5'2". Like that was a funny realization for him or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Or it just came to it like,
Maybe
this is
like,
her
damn,
height.
you short.
All right.
He
He is short for sure, but I don't think him being 5'2" has anything like her being 5'2".
Lloyd is short?
Oh yeah, Lloyd is like so small. Like
How small is Lloyd?
Lloyd's probably 5'2".
Nah, relax.
No way.
Put
Maybe
some respect
okay,
on his name.
5'5", 5'6".
5'6"?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's definitely shorter than me, flat foot, and I'm 5'7".
Talented niggas be short though.
That's facts, yeah.
Facts.
It's true.
A majority.
Facts.
Like what, musically?
In everything.
Yeah.
Well, no, because think about sports.
Oh yeah, except for
Outside
that.
of
Okay, I was gonna say
it's
that.
entertainment.
You can say
Yeah, I would
artists.
say musicians, maybe
Yeah,
actors.
my fault. In entertainment.
Actors are very
entertainment.
small.
You
A
think
lot of
the
actors are short.
You know when this past BET weekend when I was in LA, I met someone that is like a writing assistant for Raising Canaan, and I told her, I'm like, yo, let me get a spot on the show. She said, you're too tall.
Really?
I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, the whole cast is short. The heights have to like balance out on screen
Damn.
or it looks weird.
You would make people look bad.
I'm like, yo, but that's why, I think in Fast and Furious, I think because Vin Diesel is small, correct me if I'm wrong, but I definitely heard how when Vin Diesel and The Rock did like that standoff, Vin Diesel had to stand on like an apple crate to be eye to eye with The Rock. So it's a big thing with people being around the same heights. But I'm like, okay, so put me on like the basketball team or something. Like,
Yeah.
you can find a way to put
places
me
they
in the
could
show.
spot
That's
you.
what I'm
Facts.
saying. Make me one of the goons or something. Like, we could find a way to make it work.
But even when they shot Winning Time, RIP to that show, because that show,
Was
I'm still
fire.
mad to this
Yeah,
day
yeah.
that
You
they
guys
can't.
liked it? I wasn't able to
What?
watch
Did you watch it?
Really?
I liked it.
Oh,
You didn't
that
watch it?
show, it had potential to be like great.
Okay.
Like the first season was stupid fire. Like
Right,
really
right,
good. Really good. But it made don't tell me their names. The owners of the Lakers, but not Buzz.
Jerry
Bus.
Buss and
I was
Buss
Buzz
family?
B.
Bus.
The Bus. It makes the Bus family look a little shaky still, and it obviously makes Magic Johnson look.
Did they show his escapades?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not in like super depth because like I talked about this. The way this show starts is like the first episode, the first scene is him in the doctor's office. And like
Oh,
he's
you did talk about this
yeah, and
before.
he's about
Yes,
to
yes,
learn
yes.
that he has HIV. So that's the very opening scene. Is like him waiting in the doctor's office. There's a magazine on the table of like Michael Jordan, like you can tell like him coming up in the league type shit, and like he's in doctor like waiting. So that's what happened. And then it cuts and then it goes back. But like yeah, they kind of get into him being a little bit of a.
But you don't even get to.
Yeah.
They ended the show before you didn't even get to see him like catch it.
No, you don't get to see him catch it.
I
'cause-
will say this. Imagine living before AIDS existed. What?
Freak offs every
Niggas would
day,
be
huh?
fucking.
oh my god.
I think we talked about this, like the movie Kids is like a good representation of that.
Yeah, but AIDS existed in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, imagine
Don't
there's-
they get that?
No, I'm saying like that whole reckless abandonment of like I don't give a fuck about anything. Like that's literally what back then
facts.
was before.
Facts, yeah.
No one cared. Everyone,
70s, 80s? What?
bro, fuck.
Taking that rubber off.
I mean, there are other things though.
You can still have
yeah,
a
you
kid.
can still catch things and you can still have kids.
A kid is worse than an STD, you're right.
No. Oh wait, hold on.
Whoa, sorry, what?
Sorry.
Whoa,
what you're saying?
Like, hold on. HIV, yes.
No, HIV is worse. But
HIV is worse
the
than having a
average
kid.
STD, I'd rather have a kid. No. I'd rather have the average STD than a kid.
Like a little something, like a little.
Yeah, like the
little
clap or
clap.
whatever.
Yeah, a
turn
little
up.
clap is crazy because it's still kind of nuts.
That's so
little
good.
clap. Little golf clap.
Like a little clap.
Little soft clap.
Anyways, let's get into topics. I mean, you want to talk about your weeks? How is everyone's weeks? Good.
Yeah,
mean,
I,
other
mean,
than-
I feel like we're still living in the weekend
like,
right now.
My week is
Yeah.
a blur. I don't
Yeah.
even. Yo, I saw because I don't work like a regular job. Seeing people have to deal with other people sometimes, like I be feeling bad for people. So I went to the mechanic, and like I'm talking to the lady behind the desk, like really nice lady, and then this white lady storms in. You could tell she's upset. She's like, "I have an appointment at 10," and the lady's like, "Okay, like whatever." And then she's like, there's no more parking spots outside, so I had to double park my car, and like threw the keys like on the desk at her, and I'm standing there like, and then the lady looked at me. And it just walked away.
Was it a black
I was
lady?
like, I feel you. No, she looked
lady.
like she was like Spanish.
WOC.
But I was like, huh? What's
Woman of color.
WOC?
Yeah.
Is that a term?
Yes.
I've never heard WOC.
I've heard WOC. I made the WOC podcasters list once.
Oh, you did.
And it was women of color
WOC.
podcasters.
Say
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So wouldn't that just
Good going.
sure? But yeah, I know she wanted to black on her and just couldn't. So she just walked away. But
Yo, and honestly, speaking about entitled white people, I had a situation. I went to Costco over the weekend with my friends, right? And Costco, if anyone's been to Costco in Brampton, it is hell. Especially if you go after like noon, it is ram in there. Ram. Like parking lot's hell. So I'm going to park now, right? So I'm like, listen, I have no problem walking. I'll park in the far right corner. I don't have to like be close to the door. Like I'll park wherever it's open.
Facts.
But I'm circling. Then I finally find like an area, whatever. There was 2 cars waiting for a parking spot. I'm not even getting involved in that, right? So the person comes out. The man, all I hear is like honking. Some guy starts to go in. This guy's honking. Like, that's my spot. He's like, no, man, like I've been waiting here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not even trying to get into that. So I see a family walking behind me. I said, hey, are you guys leaving? She's like, yeah, no problem. You can take our spot. Okay, cool. Where's their spot? Right near the guys who were fighting. So I'm like, all right, cool. She already said to take her spot. So I'm pulling up behind her. This white man goes, yeah, no. This is my spot. I got out my car. I stood up and I said, there's no way in hell you think you're about to fight me for this fucking spot, buddy. I'm like, I just saw you fight for that one. I asked this lady if I could take her spot and she said yes. While you guys were fighting and biting, I asked her politely, so I will be taking this spot. I was like, fuck you. I said, you first. Fuck you, you first. That's hard. Like, don't ever. I literally got out. He's like, no, this is my spot. I'm in my car and parked. I opened the door and I stood up. Are you crazy?
yeah, they be
Are you crazy?
Don't fuck with Zoe, man.
But like, yo, why would you think all of a sudden now you're getting this spot after I literally just asked this lady, like, can I take your spot? Because you and your kids are leaving. And she's even no. Like, she already asked me. He like sped around and like went around. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, they be crazy. I saw a video on TikTok where someone was talking about how white people, because of their entitlement, like they kind of walk around like they just own Earth.
Yeah.
Like God left them in charge.
Yeah, and with that, and with that, there's a thing where when you're walking on the street, when you're walking towards each other, they kind of expect that you're just gonna move out the way. And someone was talking about how she was walking with her grandma, and her grandma was like, and it's like even like a subconscious thing for people of color, where her grandma was like, oh, that lady's trying to get through, and she's like, she could say, excuse me, like, why am I moving?
Yeah.
So on the weekend, I was in a situation where we were walking down the street. I saw this white dude. He looked maybe like in his 40s, walking towards me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see what happens here. So we're walking towards each other. This is a big sidewalk, by the way. Like, there's a lot of space. We're walking towards each other. We're getting closer. Bro, the man literally like almost brushed me. And like, bro, he was literally waiting for me to move out the way. And I just didn't move. But it's like, bro, why can't you just move? Like, why do we have to move for them? And it's crazy that I saw that in real time.
Do you think that's somebody that's never learned their lesson before?
Never got their ass whooped.
They never found out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. They've never had a situation.
You could have done him a favor right there.
Trisha, what you're talking about is one of the very first like things I noticed about like white people in just society. They do not move out of your way. Like you need to kind of be 10 toes on that. I think from young I was very like, okay, no, don't move.
And because I'm like a nice guy, I'll just move out the way for people.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I'm not moving out the way no more.
Let's
Like,
brush shoulders and have this interaction. Like, we need to have this
Little
interaction.
shoulder check.
Yeah.
And time is honestly, and before we move on, even this, like, my family has lived on, like, my grandparents bought like the first owners of that house when it went up, right? And on the street there was like a massive Indian wedding. great. You know what I'm saying? We have no problem. Like, I'm really about us, like, we don't care. Like, if you want to park in our driveway, just ask. If you want to park in front, like, just ask. You know what I'm saying? We don't call police. We don't call. I mean, I did call. That was a different situation though. But we don't call like police. Like, if you want to park on, we don't call the city. But like, that's none of our
Shout out to
right?
Diwali. Yeah.
Like, we all. No, it wasn't Diwali. It was a wedding.
Oh, my fault.
What is wrong with you?
The city of Brampton did shut that down.
Well, someone called the city of Brampton. Oh yeah, that's you. So whatever. So one thing about me, honestly, and I think this weekend I realized that my family actually gets active. Like, I've heard stories about, like, my uncles, but like I've never actually seen them get active. But like, my family got active because it was my cousin's graduation party, right? So he's also like, he just graduated high school. Their kids about 17, 18. We had about maybe like 20, 30 of the kids over. They had like the backyard party, barbecuing, all that stuff. The wedding was going on at the same time. So obviously, like, parking is crazy on my street. You couldn't find any parking or whatever. I had to even park far. And I guess toward the end of the night, the kids were in the front yard just like chilling, talking, blah, 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 kicking it. And I guess someone who was like drunk from the wedding party like came and like, I don't know if he called one of the kids like, oh, like my nigger or something like that. To like, like one of like the black kids. Started like a whole kerfuffle, right?
No.
So my uncles come out and they're like, yo, listen, like, these are kids. Like, everyone go inside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Also, like, yo, don't come talk to our kids. Like, if you're drunk, go about your day, but like, whatever. He was kind of going back and forth. And obviously, my uncles are like, yo, like, back up type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he reads out our address. Like, oh, you stay at da 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 da.
Oh,
shit. Yo, I just saw my cousin like grab this guy. Like grab this guy.
Yeah. Like by the collar?
Yeah.
Yoked him up.
And he was like feeling him, like, yo, like, say it again. Like, I just tried to, and I didn't realize, I didn't call. He was trying to feel if he had anything on him. He's like, yo, like, what are you talking about? Like, let me talk to you. He's grabbing him.
That's survival instincts. You either have to, that's one thing I learned. You either have to create separation or close the gap.
Yeah.
So he decided to close the gap.
See the guy, he gets active. Like, he gets active. So he was like, yo, like, if that's what you want to do, like, just know we can do it right now. And he basically told all of us, like, yo, everyone go inside. Like, everybody go inside.
Because he's about to get crushed.
You ain't gonna want to see this.
Yeah, basically, like, and I was like, no, he's like, no, I'm telling you, go inside. Like, everyone go inside because I'm about to crush this guy. But I think they end up whatever. People come like, oh, look, I'm so sorry. He's drunk. They end up taking him out. But they just stood, like, they all just stood on the driveway for the rest of the night. Like, just waited.
Don't do that, bro.
Smart.
One thing.
I was like, yo, like, they like, my cousin went like, yo, like, he grabbed him, like, yo, and I was like, what the? Like,
was that the first time you seen it in
real time? Yeah. Like I said, I've heard, but I've never seen like him actually put his hands on something like that quick too. Like that quick.
Sorry, what were you saying?
One thing about black people, like, specifically, and it's like a survival instinct, and I've noticed, like, I've seen this happen so many times. Black people don't take kindly to threats. Of any kind.
Not even a subtle one.
Exactly. Like, the situation could be.
I don't even know what he grabbed, but I said, you know what?
The situation could be like, you know,
We hate threats.
you're having a little bit of argument or whatever, but as soon as the man said, "Oh, you live here," now he took it to Because what do you mean? Like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, that's literally what it was. Like, literally, all my uncles like, yo, what are you trying to say? Like, do you want to run back? Like,
When you go from trash talking to personal, that's when it gets like.
Black people hate threats.
It's like
And
the
that's
aimless
what's
empty
so
ones,
bad.
like, or else what? And it's like, okay, all right.
And some people don't know that, and that's why there was a situation in the past with some people, and I had to tell the person, yo, you're like, you can't, your friends can't say these things
do I know
to
that
people.
situation?
He's being beautifully vague.
Yeah,
about this.
Yeah.
Might talk off air because I don't remember this.
Someone's friend said something to me,
Right.
and I had to tell them, yo, you can't say those things to people because certain people are not gonna take kindly to that.
Right? And the thing is, which I also thought about, like, my family, like, yes, they get active, but like, they have sense. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna crash out to, like, you know, God forbid, take this man's life. But if for example, you don't know who you're talking to, right? So if you want to read out someone's address, there are guys who would shoot you on sight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, like, I feel like going in, like, do you understand? Like, if people in this house were actually tapped in the brain, your life would have been taken right there.
Yeah.
Boom. No question. So like, people don't even realize, like, you actually don't know who you're talking to. Reading out people's addresses and like you're gonna threaten their house. Are you crazy?
Some people need to learn
What
that
if the man
lesson.
just off your head right there?
That would have been his
Or
lesson.
also, you're on, like, we know where the party that you're at's happening.
Right.
Those are our neighbors. So it's like, if you want to read out our address, we know what's happening over there.
Know where you
You know
rest
what
your
I
head
mean?
to.
So it's like, we both know where each other, like, it was just so dumb to me, but.
Yeah.
Listen,
Anyways.
I'm super careful when I'm in Toronto in general, but I'm super careful when I'm in America.
Oh, that
Whoa.
Because now I know you have it on you, especially if you're in the South.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why they say Southern hospitality. Like everybody's really nice to each other, and like like just they even say the racism in the South and the North is different. Like it's very integrated in communities in the South, and like everyone's okay living next door to each other. But it's kind of like if you have a black doctor, then fuck that. Like they're not okay with that. Whereas in the North, like they're okay with you excelling as a black person corporately or something like that. But don't move into my fucking neighborhood. And what you're talking about, the Southern hospitality, everyone's got it on them, so you got to be nice.
Oh, is that what you think it
Be
comes from?
polite. Be polite. We all got it on. If this goes left, we all got it, and we don't want that to happen.
Wow.
That makes sense as a rationalization behind that behavior. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, I'll move on to topics.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, we got a big topic list. I mean, the biggest one is the NBA draft.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know if anyone watched the NBA draft. I didn't really watch it, but I watched like clips. I watched it like on and off. I mean, we all know Cooper Flag was going to be the first round pick. White boy was the number one pick of the NBA
The next
draft.
great white hope.
Yep.
But the facts.
Is that like a name? It's
Yeah,
like
that's a thing.
Yeah.
He's the next great white hope, and I have a
Great
question.
white
Who
hope.
were the previous?
Yeah,
White
see,
hopes?
somebody brought that up on Twitter, and I couldn't think of one.
There hasn't been an American.
Yeah.
Oh, American
An
great.
American-
What was the
Great
last one
whites.
on the same level as Cooper Flag?
On the same level, I don't know if there's ever been one, but like,
I mean, there has been. I know one from the 70s, 80s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
Who?
actually.
Larry Bird?
But
Wait,
like since then, yeah. Since
you
Larry
talking-
Bird, who?
You remember?
That was the last one, I think. Yeah.
But are you talking about people that actually panned out or people that had the hype?
Had the hype.
There's a few that
There's
have
a
the
couple.
hype.
I can think of a couple.
Jimmer.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jimmer Fredette.
Oh, okay.
Adam fucking Morrison was
Adam
dropping
Morrison.
20 a game
Morrison,
over there, bro.
no.
Yeah.
Bro, Adam Morrison's black.
Was he a prospect
Yes, he was.
College
He went
is
top
black.
10. He was nice.
though? He went
JJ
top 10,
Redick.
okay.
JJ Redick at Duke was
JJ
black.
He panned out. He panned out though.
JJ Redick wasn't a NBA prospect though.
He was a college
He
star.
was. He was,
He was a college star, but not an
they thought
NBA
he was-
prospect.
But Jimmer Fredette and Adam Morrison for sure.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
Larry Bird
Jimmer
for
that.
sure, but I like American. Obviously, there's like Dirk Nowitzki and there's Jokic, but like American
Yeah.
white.
We talking about that
That's what
pure
I'm trying to think.
Wonder
Okay,
Bread
don't say
white.
pure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, don't say.
But like American nationality white. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Cooper Flag is the best great white hope since Larry Bird.
Wow.
That's a
Big
damn.
shoes. Big shoes.
Wow.
Low key. If
How
I'm
tall
lying,
is
I'm
Cooper
dying.
Flag?
6'8"?
Yeah, same.
And what's the
6'9".
average in NCAA?
What, the points?
I don't think he was scoring 20.
Yeah,
games.
he's more of a utilitarian. He just does everything.
I'm not gonna lie. He has all the things going for him that make me not believe in big prospects.
Why?
He's a white guy whose game is being athletic and explosive and things like that. And
Yeah.
I don't know how many NBA players that have that sort of reputation are actually like that like it panned out for. Like Alex Caruso is probably like the only one.
He's kind of
And
like
he's not gonna.
Alex Cruz is an amazing defensive player.
And do you know any other white guys that you would herald as a great defender?
AK-47. What are we talking about? We talking about white American?
I'm just saying white dudes who their thing is not just shooting and being like an
Andrew
explosive physical.
Andrew Kirilenko.
Yeah, and that was a while ago too. Yeah, okay. But I also think that he's going to a nice team. I don't
The
think
Mavs?
think that works well with number one draft picks that are used to being the focal point of an entire
But
offense.
Kyrie's out though. No, will he be out next
Kyrie,
season?
actually, you know what? That may be.
But he doesn't need touches though.
Is
Cooper
that how
Flag-
he played? Because
Yeah.
see, he doesn't need
He
the
just
ball in
does
his hand.
everything.
He's kind of like
What
a
do you mean
glorified
does
garbage
everything?
man.
If you don't, what do you mean?
He just passes, defends. Like he's like a good connector.
That too. I just
Okay,
get I
yeah.
get worried on white dudes being good defenders. Like I just
Really?
yeah.
Well, they asked him that. In one of the press, they asked him, like, you know, how do you feel about being, which I think was kind of a dumb question, but it was, I don't know if I'm wordsmithing, but like, how do you feel about being a white player going into the NBA, which is obviously.
They asked him that?
It was a question
That's
like
funny.
Oh,
that.
that's fire.
And he was kind of, you think that's fire? I think it was kind of a dumb question.
No, that's fire. Why not? Like when it comes to questions like that, like we're talking about it right now.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Fair. Yeah,
Why
and he
not?
did say, you know, white players kind of always get that look, or you know, that,
Nigga from Maine.
yeah, they're
Maine is
underrepresented,
crazy.
underestimated. He said, but he's just here to play ball. You know, he kept it pretty diplomatic. His answer.
He held his own in the Team USA scrimmages. So
Yeah, he cooked. He cooked some
can't,
boys.
like,
he was
he-
cooking.
he's
like
not Trump.
Drew Holiday. His
He got
stuff.
some swag too.
he's not Trump.
Right.
So
I'm interested to see.
How did we drafted a player, right?
Yes, I
and there
forgot
was
his name.
CMB.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was the best player on the board when we took him, and I think we were looking to get that was it an African dude on
come
Duke?
on,
The
Maluwa.
African.
The African dude.
I really thought they were
Malawak, yeah.
Raptors love a foreigner. So
Not anymore.
I thought Kaman
Yeah, that's
Maluwak.
it. We finished all that.
I thought we were going Kaman Maluwak for sure.
Yeah,
and-
but he's more raw to me. Sorry to cut
Yeah.
you off. To me, like CMB is just very well polished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Well-rounded
the
player.
only thing he has to work on is his shooting. But apart from that, that's a very good prospect to have. And a lot of people are mad at the fact of him saying "fuck" as soon as he got
I was
drafted.
about to bring that up.
Well, okay. Yes, let's talk about that
Let's talk
because
about
Were any of you watching that when it happened?
I didn't. Oh, you saw it live?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it live.
But my brain didn't go there.
That's what everyone that was watching it says. That
Really?
that isn't actually the momentum of
I
what
thought
happened
he
there.
said that as like a
Relief.
like, wow, I just got drafted. Not a damn, I'm going to the Raptors.
Yeah.
That's how I perceived it.
Did he ever respond to that criticism?
I don't know.
I don't know.
When he was in his pressers, he is happy to be here. It seems
Yeah.
like.
Okay.
He sounds happy to be here.
This is one thing that I'll say about Toronto as well. Just in general, our people here, we have too much of an inferiority complex.
Yes.
So when shit like that happens, they don't give benefit of the doubt.
Right.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah, Raptors Twitter just
like,
jumped
see,
on
he
this
hates us
dude.
already. Yeah.
You think the people were too ready to hate on him already?
Yes.
I think honestly, I won't lie. I wouldn't after I watched it a few times because I agree. It's like a 50-50 split where it could have been like, fuck, like yeah, I made it, or like fuck, I'm on the Raptors. Like you really couldn't tell.
Right.
Yeah.
You really couldn't tell.
It's all about your internal bias.
Yeah, so I would like I could see your point of view where I took it as okay, yeah, like damn, I got drafted, like yes, and I could see people be like, no, he got drafted, like fuck, I mean, I can see both sides.
Yeah.
But also, I just feel like, bro, if you know, I don't know, man. I just feel like these guys know there's a million cameras on them. You're not gonna just do that,
Yeah.
knowing how that looks
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
not
that's true.
care.
I think sometimes
Why are you
you don't
playing
even
both
real-
sides of this argument, Fab?
No, that leans into what I'm
do you
saying. I'm
think?
saying he's not gonna be moving like he's mad that he got drafted and there's a million
Oh,
cameras.
I got you. Sorry.
But I think sometimes you just forget.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think sometimes you when you're in that moment and you hear your name get called, I don't think you're thinking, oh, I'm on TV right now. You're thinking like,
And no, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
It's the most pressure-filled moment of your life.
He
Yeah.
was also smiling when he said it. It wasn't like he was like depressed when he said fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like he was kind of like stoic. Like he wasn't like giddy, but he wasn't like mad. That's what I'm saying. You can take it either side.
Yeah.
But I agree. It's more like internalized. Like, how are you taking it?
Yeah.
Right?
Does he need to see like a couple Toronto things out here and be like, I made?
when he
That's
gets to
what I said.
town,
It's like he just needs to link up with my guy Mucho. To some East African
Where the
girls.
camera at?
and,
Where the
like,
camera at?
you're right there.
CMB, I need to show you Toronto better. I need to change your mind.
One night at a apartment with Mucho and he'll be fine.
Drake's gonna take him to the embassy. He'll be fine.
One more thing that I think also goes in line with just the NBA draft. There was another prospect, Ace Bailey, that was projected to be very high. And they were saying that he was turning down workouts with certain teams that he didn't want to go to and was kind of trying to dictate where he was going to land. And I think he ended up going to Utah, which is kind of like a barren wasteland for most NBA players and like young guys as far as the appeal.
It ain't
right?
lit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not lit.
I don't think as a Black American you want to go to anywhere else least than Utah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Russell Westbrook getting hard ERs during the playoffs and stuff.
Yeah,
like, their
low
fan
key.
base is
Key.
kind of
Maybe
wild.
that's a hot take.
How
No,
do you?
I
don't think so.
What do you guys think about that though? Just these draft prospects who we're going to see a lot of this. This is the new era of NBA that we're in, where these kids have been rich for a little bit now. You know, they are coming in a little bit more business savvy. This is what I want to do. I can control my future and everything. But it's also some people that are on the shut up and dribble side of things.
That's where
too.
100% I am.
Yeah. So let's let. How do you feel about that?
With
then?
all due respect, yeah, like
He should take the Philly
take
workouts and stuff. and
Take
he
the
should-
workout. Like you're 18.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're about to live a life that no average 18-year-old will be able to sniff in their lifetime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for you to be so impactful already,
Right.
in your college career, already have the money that you have. You made it to the league. Your name was called what, 5th? And that's a really high draft number, right? So you're called 5th in the first round, and you have the nerve to still like huff and puff and try to like make it to the league.
There were some dirt
Enjoy
sheets.
the moment that your name was even fucking called. There are guys who would give their left nut for that. You know what I mean? So enjoy the talent that you have, the work that you put in for your name to be called 5th overall. Go to the team and work. People don't want to work these days. Shout out to Kim. No, but for real, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, I feel like and obviously I watch too much TV, but if I was like a president or a GM, I'd be like, yo, he's not moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not moving.
Right.
Tell him we locked in.
And that's what Utah did. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like when these kids, you're trying to come in and make demands and puff your chest. Like, you're in the NBA now. So, enjoy that.
NBA is a players' league, so.
What do you mean?
That
NBA is a business.
I know, but it's a players' league in the sense that the appeal and how much money and TV ratings and everything like that relies on the star power. Like, out of any league that exists for professional sports, NBA is that the most.
I hear that, but you just got here. Your name was just called.
So
Make a name for yourself.
Let me play devil's advocate a little bit.
Okay.
Right? If you were Ace Bailey's dad, right? The first contract matters, facts. It does matter. And he lost, I think, 5-10 million or something like that.
With Utah?
Yeah, because
compared to what?
Because he was projected to go 3rd.
Okay.
But then he did all this foolishness, and then he landed.
So it's on him though that he lost the 5-10 million.
Yeah, him and his team.
Okay.
For sure. Because if it wasn't for all this stuff, he would have got drafted to the Sixers.
Okay.
Easily.
But he didn't want to go to the Sixers.
He didn't want to play with Paul George.
Or maybe not the Sixers. Maybe somebody would draft up, blah, blah, blah. But regardless, he was number 3 projected pick.
Okay.
But there's a world in which he gets a higher second contract because he's going to a team where he could put a lot of shots up.
In Utah? Okay.
Even right now,
Right.
at Utah. I know Utah is not the greatest place to be as a young black man, but that's a place where he could be the number 1 option.
Right.
In Philly, he's going to be the 3rd or 4th.
Like you could do
Right.
like a Melo Ball situation.
So if he shows
Not
out
like Melo.
where he's allowed to just put up shots, that second contract he could be
It's gonna
looking
go
at
crazy.
$15 to $20 million a year. He
Okay.
goes somewhere where he has to fit into a system. He gets, it's kind of hard for him to find his footing. That second contract around, maybe they're not even looking to get him again because he's not looking like much of a prospect. And that second contract's $8 to $7 million a year. You're talking about $15 to $20 million difference, right?
Thank you. The perfect example of this same conundrum is Jonathan Kuminga.
Yes.
Okay.
Great example.
Because Jonathan Kuminga is a very athletic dude. He could put up 20 on a terrible team right now. But he's on the Golden State Warriors.
Right.
He's playing with Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
He's playing in the Steve Kerr system where he is not going to be prioritized. So now his second contract's coming up. They're not giving him the max.
Or like what his worth
So
is, right?
isn't what you're saying also agreeing with me though? Because aren't you saying that Ace Bailey should go to Utah, put up shots, build up his worth for his second contract?
No, I agree. So it worked out for him. But if his parents didn't do that, he would have got drafted 3rd to a team that's already kind of stacked.
But he doesn't want to be.
Oh, I kind of see what you mean.
know what I mean?
That's why I say
But
Cooper Flag
also-
may not be successful.
He doesn't
'cause
wanna
he's got
be.
AD
Right.
and
Cooper
everyone to
Flag's a
play with.
little different. I'm pushing back on that too.
Yeah,
Cooper Flag's a little
yeah.
different because he doesn't need shots.
Yeah.
He's not a volume scorer. Ace Bailey likes to ISO, midi, bam, bam, hezzy, Jimbo, every time.
Right.
He likes to shoot that thing.
Right.
Pause.
Pause.
But my thing
Likes
is,
to stroke.
And my thing is, if Ace Bailey, he got drafted to Utah, why is he still making a fuss about it?
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to be there.
But
Yeah.
He reported he went.
like
He's
that-
fine now. He's going to shut the hell up.
Yeah,
Rich
but
Paul
then-
got
okay,
issues, Uncle out of there, and it's
yeah.
fine now.
You're right. Once he's there, it's done. It's
That's
a
what I'm
wrap. It's
saying.
a wrap.
Like, he
my
was
bad.
still making kind of like a fuss out of it when he got drafted to Utah.
Facts.
Like it was still like, he doesn't want to be there, this and that. But it's like, literally, to me, you're in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You're going to a team where you can show out. So do that. Okay.
now shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like, okay, you got, you're in Utah.
New title.
Shut up and dribble.
like
yeah,
5
you're in
titles,
Utah.
yeah.
You gotta, Utah's. I mean, it's beautiful, scenic. I've been to Utah, but yeah, it's definitely like a white Mormon town. Like I don't think shit pops off past 9 p.m. But also, you're making millions of dollars. You'll be in there full time. Yeah, but you can fuck off whenever you want.
Yeah.
You know what
You're
I'm saying?
gone half the
that
year
and you're
anyways.
also traveling 40 times a year.
That weekend in Utah was the first time you seen BBLs there.
I don't remember seeing a BBL.
Hikey, I think, as a youngin' that's about to get millions of dollars and you're gonna be wildin' anyways, like, imagine being in New York and like having just
I would look you want my
M's and
son in
M's, like,
Utah.
you're gonna fuck
Humble
yourself
yourself a little bit.
Interesting.
What'd you say?
I'd probably rather my
Stay
son
out the
in
way.
Utah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
18 years old.
this is what I'm saying, is that it's kind
You
of
don't want your son to be outside.
Yeah, I want you to be outside, but also you're young. You have your whole career ahead of you.
I don't want my son outside like
You
that.
don't want your son outside.
I want him locked in. I want him Wemby. I want him a monk. That's what I want.
I don't know about all of that.
Do you
I
want your
dance.
little bro outside?
Who?
Your little bro.
Yeah.
In the
yeah.
league?
Yeah.
It depends. To
Focus
me,
on basketball.
Yeah, I want what's best for him.
I would be like, yes, have fun, enjoy the moment, but I was also raised in a very like work now, play later type. Like, get your footing. Like, put in the work now. That way, when you're in your 20s and you kind of you have a better mindset, you can while out or do. You're only 18.
And all
You know
you
what I'm
gotta
saying?
do is wait for a year. You'll be there with AJ the band, so you guys will be cool.
Yeah, you know what? Facts. Yeah.
So to me, it's like, I would rather my
That's
son.
gonna be, you know what? That's
That would
gonna
be
be
a
a
good
thing.
time.
I don't want him 18 with $1 million in fucking LA or Miami. God
Really?
forbid.
Oh yeah.
No.
You don't want your son to have fun?
Not that level of fun. I want to have fun, of course, but like I said, you're 18.
Not too
Are you
much
not even
fun.
legal to drink
Yeah.
in the US?
I don't want my shout out to him, but I don't want my son turning into Anthony Edwards. I don't want that.
And look where that happened.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now your son has 4 kids and one of them's 40.
Yeah.
The baby mom's is 40. Like, what are we doing? No, man.
Why
Go
you
to
say it
Utah.
like that?
Go to Utah, ski a little bit,
That's real. That's
Find a
real.
black girl out there. What?
Slim
Black-
pickings.
It is slim. No, there's black women in Utah.
He's
for
gonna
sure.
have to import.
But none of those NBA dudes like are dating girls that are from where they're from.
That's true. But
And you really shouldn't date girls when you're in the NBA.
You shouldn't.
You should be single and mingling.
I believe that. Yeah.
It depends what type
Singling,
of.
dribbling.
It depends what.
So many episodes.
But it depends what type of career you're trying to have. Because technically, if I was to take the other side, I hear you. Like, if you want to have the most fun, that makes sense. But if you want to actually focus on basketball and stay out the way, it would make sense to have your
A wifey back
and your
home.
family. When you're at home.
What about those lonely
you're in
nights at the Four
crib.
Seasons?
Hey,
You
open a
gotta
book.
hold yourself.
Open a book.
Yeah, you gotta stay strong.
Stay strong.
I don't
You
play
gotta
these
stay
games.
strong, man.
I mean, other than that, also they fired Masai. There's a lot of NBA
Hey,
talk.
man.
Sorry for people who don't like basketball. We got a lot of NBA talk to go through.
yeah.
They fired Masai. If you don't know who Masai is, Masai Ujiri was the president of the Raptors? President?
Facts,
yeah.
He was
president.
I think he started as our GM,
GM,
then
and then
got
he
promoted to be the
Yeah,
President of
he was the
basketball
president of the
operations.
Raptors. He also helped us win our one and only championship by getting Kawhi.
The most valuable piece to all of that, more than Kawhi Leonard himself, was Masai Ujiri.
And I'll never
100%.
forget my 2019 summer because of him.
Yeah. And
The
they
man
fired
said "fuck Brooklyn" in the middle of that series we had with them at a press conference.
Yeah.
Like the dude was just different, man.
Yeah, and they fired him. He was fired last week.
What was the reason?
Did they even? I thought they. But now him and the Rogers owns, and it's MLSE, right? Which is Rogers, which owns the Raptors, and they own the Maple Leafs, and they own. Don't they own all the sports teams
And
except
about
for
60-something% of
TFC?
all media in
Rogers
Canada
has
too,
a majority now. I think it used to be Bell.
right?
But you could please fact check me about this.
Those are the two monopolies for
I think
media.
Rogers had recently got a higher stake in the Raptors, and Ted Rogers is not a fan of Masai. And so this has been in the making for about a year or two.
Yeah, I've heard it's been a little shaky. But I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with Masai because,
Really? Ooh.
yeah, because I get it.
Get spicy.
Yeah, obviously, of course, Masai was a big player into helping us win our only championship by sealing that trade with Kawhi. But it's also and also I see the catch-22 where it's hard to lose a superstar and try to rebuild from that. But we've been shaking it.
Sure.
We've been shaking it
since then?
Since 2019.
Oh, facts.
We've been shaking ass. Not in a good way. So
We had a good season the one after, though, before the bubble cut it short. We had a good season.
yeah, but
To your credit, we let Fred go. What we get for Pascal? Bruce Brown? Or
Like
some
that,
shit?
you know
Like,
what I'm
Bruce
saying?
Brown and picks, which
what do we get for OG? Like,
Pascal, you could think of it like Pascal turned into Ingram. You could think of it like
okay.
that.
But like our core that won us a championship, like we
Dismantled.
we didn't
It's
get
all
and we
gone.
didn't get a lot of return for it. That I think is the biggest criticism you
Who
could
did
level
trade
at
for
him.
Lowry when he left?
He just left.
No,
didn't he?
he-
signed
no,
with
he just
Miami.
left.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It was a free agency thing, and he was getting old, and we're
He had a lot of
younger.
problems with front office on his way out too.
Did he? He had problems with the front office?
Or no, it was more. I'm thinking him and Scotty Barnes and stuff. I feel like he was frustrated on his way.
It was
out.
more to me. It was more Scotty and Fred.
Yeah, that too.
Larry.
A lot
and
of things
Scotty.
didn't get. A lot of cards weren't played right on the way out for a lot of these.
Yeah, he
a lot of
did.
these
Yeah,
players.
well. To be concise, for the past 5 years, he wasn't the greatest GM. You know.
yeah.
But he had a great run as
sure.
as a Nuggets GM before he got here. The championship season and the season after as well.
Do you think we need a female GM?
Ooh, why?
I don't know. Maybe I watch too much Running Point, that new show on Netflix. But like she is. I don't know if you guys watch the show.
Is that about like the Bus family?
It's basically the Bus family just in a better light. Like I think they.
Oh my god!
They
What a
have-
crazy piece of PR,
I'm not
man!
gonna joke.
Oh my
I
god!
think they saw Winning Time and they were like, "Fuck,
We
we
need to
look
get on this.
crazy.
Yeah.
We need
Right.
to cancel this and do our own shit," which is why they did Running Point.
That
which
is what it
it's
is,
a
though,
cute- Yeah, because Winning Time was more like based on like the actual story of the Lakers and the NBA and like real players.
Yeah.
While Running Point is like a fake LA team. Like they don't even use NBA. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's so.
But it
like,
looks like
but it's a good
PR
show,
for the
though.
Bus
It doesn't
family.
look PR for the Bus family, but it's a cute little like feel good show.
They
but
just sold their shit.
I just like the thought of like, okay, maybe if
I'm not mad at a woman GM.
Yeah.
Even Masai Ujiri, like he's the first really good black GM. Mm-hmm. Maybe Joe Dumars, but he just did some dumb shit recently.
Right.
Like I think for the most part, like yeah, let's get some new blood in here.
I would like
I'm
to
not
see
mad
a
at that.
female GM. I'd like to see a female head coach in the NBA.
The
Ooh,
Knicks were
Becky
taking-
Hammond was close.
The
Yeah.
Knicks were taking meetings with Sophie. I don't know her name. Actually, that's kind of crazy. I shouldn't have brought it up.
How dare you not know her name?
Oh, I
You know
saw
what?
there were so many graphics of this.
I
The
saw
Knicks
the thing. I don't know her name,
They were
though.
interviewing some woman
are they?
for the some woman.
Yeah.
Even that sounds crazy. This is what I mean. For the head coaching
Qualified
Yeah.
a potential female.
She's like a
boss.
big coach in the W though. So
Yeah.
Speaking of the W, they just announced 3 new expansion teams:
Oh, really?
Which ones are they?
Where?
Philly.
Cleveland, Philly, and Chicago. No, what
There's
was
already
it?
Chicago.
Cleveland, Philly. Is it Detroit?
I think Detroit was one of them. Yeah.
Cleveland and Philly for sure. I think Detroit.
Okay.
So shout out to them.
Look at that exponential growth.
Yeah.
You get some superstars in there, and now all of a sudden everyone's on charters. They're playing in arenas and stuff like that. Toronto's got a team. Look at
Yeah,
this.
Toronto
Growth.
Tempo. We got one more year, right?
One more
I
year, then
think
we
so.
get Juju.
And are they gonna play at
Yeah, Detroit.
the Scotiabank Arena?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Damn.
me
Yeah,
look
look
that
that
up.
up. I don't
I
think
thought
so,
about that.
though.
We'll play at Rogers Stadium.
What?
Rogers
No.
State.
Well, I will say this: the Rogers.
They're gonna
Rogers.
play Coca-Cola Coliseum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rogers Corporation isn't involved with Toronto Tempo. They're not
At all.
Good.
No.
Good.
no.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I feel like the Rogers Corporation, their hands are in too much shit, man. They're really a monopoly in Canada. It's crazy.
Canada
Hands-
is too monopolized, though.
way too monopolized.
Just in
much so.
general.
Burn Galen Weston.
Oh yeah, burn him at the stake.
Literally.
Yeah, hell
It's
yeah.
insane what the Weston family is allowed to do in Canada. Like, it's disgusting.
Who are these people?
The Galen Weston owns Loblaws, No Frills, like the major grocers, a lot of the major grocers in Canada.
Yeah.
And their prices are fucking outrageous.
Ruining people's lives.
His prices go up and his salary goes up too.
And he's a billionaire. And he's like, I'm Galen Weston. Fuck you. I hate his commercials. Like, why are you putting your face on the commercials?
Air horn for that.
It's insane. Like, I can't stand. I refuse to even like. I like Longos, even though Longos is a little bit pricey.
It's my first
But
job.
Longos feels like respectable a little bit. Longos,
It was my first job.
yeah, Longos feels respectable. I fucking hate anything with Loblaws or related to Galen Weston.
Yeah.
Not supporting it.
President's Choice be having banger ass fucking products though.
I don't.
Sometimes.
I don't
They
eat
do.
President's Choice.
They do.
I refuse to make that man richer.
Yeah.
I refuse to support it.
Yeah.
It just feels bad, like being in one of the buying
Shitty.
President Choice stuff.
It's yuck.
Like,
Yeah.
Like why does your bread cost so much? Why is your cheese why no?
Yeah, because he needs to make $500 million a year.
Fucker. No thanks. People no, I don't believe that with food. Anyway, let's move on. Last basketball topic, I promise. Our golden boy
Put
SG.
another basketball talk.
Well, I did. It was a lot of basketball happening.
Yeah, I guess.
Our golden boy SGA has signed the highest yearly salary, $285 million 4 years with OKC.
I saw that on my way in.
I didn't even know
I
that.
saw that on my way in. Do you know what that breaks down to per year?
Like 70?
No, more than 70.
Is it?
I think 285 divided by 4. Who's good at math? Not me.
Let me.
Quick.
80
I thought it was
times
like
4.
70
That's like
something.
80. That's like 80,
Yeah.
80, 90, yeah.
285 divided by 4 is 71.
Yeah, 70.
Damn,
shit.
sure.
Yeah.
71 million a year, which is the highest annual
In
salary
in
in
2030, he's gonna make $78 million.
78, right?
For one season of basketball.
Yeah, because I
Damn.
think it's like
It goes from
It's
63
backloaded,
up
yeah.
to 78.
so back-
yeah.
that's
Okay,
what
yeah.
I was hearing. It was backloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which is the highest annual salary contract in NBA history.
Until Luca in 2 years.
Really?
Luca's gonna be making $80 to $100 million a
But
year.
for
I
a
feel
shorter
like.
contract, I think.
Yeah, because they like their little
Like
2-year
a
contract things.
extension thing. Yeah, I heard about the last year, but I didn't know. Like even hearing that total number,
Yeah.
280.
285 M's for 4 years
Jesus.
with the OKC.
Wow.
He's going to need a bigger closet.
OKC. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much we could say here.
No,
Shout
there's
out
not
to
much.
him.
Well deserved.
Salute
Yeah.
to our
Shout out to
GTHA
Hamilton.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. My mom loves him. It took me a while to get her on board, but now she's like, I love him, which is
Yeah.
great.
Shout
Because
out
she
my
saw
twin.
him.
Shout out, yeah.
She saw him wearing the
And a little
Canadian
bit of that
flag
bread.
around his waist at the OKC parade. So my mom is like so happy that he wore the Canadian
Yeah,
flag.
one
Made
thing
my
I
mom
can
She's like,
happy
he'll
too.
never forget where he comes from. I love a
love
man
that.
like that.
one thing you
that.
can say about Shay is like he tries to swag Canada.
Facts.
It's
Real nigga.
It's taking hard. It's harder to do, but he's
Yeah.
trying
He's
to
doing it.
He's
Like-
trying to swag the Canadian brand, like the
As
the
he
flag,
should
the
and as we
logo,
should.
We should.
Facts.
I just don't know why the Canadian jerseys and apparel aren't swaggy.
Oh, it's not swag.
It's
you know?
not.
But the throwback Raptors goes crazy.
Yeah, but that's not Canada. That's Toronto.
All right.
I'm talking
all right.
Canada. Like, if you look at
It starts with the flags.
just from sports, sports in general, or I think it's even just the designs, bro. Team USA, any sports, anything, the apparel looks fire.
Yep.
Like it looks tough.
Yeah.
Team Canada's apparel looks terrible. Like whoever our designers are,
Bruh.
they need some like younger,
You're
more
not
fashionable
you're not wrong, but
designers.
The chop thing about it is that we're working with amazing colors, red and white.
Red
you know
and
how-
white, yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
easy that is to swag.
That's what I'm saying. Because even I was thinking about it even at the Olympics. Like Team Canada tracksuits looked so trash. it's like a bunch of maple leaves all over the place. It didn't look
We need
good.
more
I feel like
symbols.
what's it called? But when it comes to Olympic wear, it's hit and miss a lot of countries though. Like sometimes even the US is not sick.
But Jamaica kills it.
yeah, Jamaica does
Every
good.
time.
Jamaica US is fire. Or not US. Jamaica apparel is fire for the Olympics. I don't think I've seen one
Like,
shitty
I mean, yeah.
Jamaican
Like
piece.
what about that
wear.
thing that's on a lot of Jamaican niggas' walls? The one with the girl with the Jamaican thing on her.
the barbershop picture.
Oh my god, what's her name? I always forget her name. The model with the red top and she's in the waterfall and it's wet.
yeah, we don't got a Canadian version of that. We don't.
A Melissa Ford poster.
Oh, man.
Yo, the King magazine should be like, if Melissa
Shout out
Ford-
to Uncle Waffles recreating her picture, by the way.
Is that what she did?
I didn't see
So many people recreate. What, the Jamaica one?
No. Melissa Ford's.
Oh, did she? I didn't even know that. Oh, say
Yeah.
word.
It is a
Whoever-
legendary cover, that King magazine cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe
Whoever
it was
the designers are of Team Canada apparel, please do better.
they need to hire
I
Giselle.
will
It's usually
rock it
what? It's usually
if-
like Roots or something like that.
Even
no?
that, they gotta switch it up.
Yo, listen.
Yo,
They
do
gotta
it.
switch
You're
it
the
up,
one that
bro.
burned the bridges, not you.
They gotta switch
You
it
can't
up.
burn that Roots bridge, bro.
We burned the Roots Bridge?
We be burning like company bridges sometimes.
All I'm saying
we
is they
just
gotta
dissed
switch it
Loblaws
up.
for 10 minutes. That's never happening again.
And we're never getting a Loblaws brand deal.
To be honest, yeah, maybe, but I mean, I'll stand on that though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like even if Loblaws want to do something with us, like I would have to like sit like, what are y'all doing though? There's some things it's like, but like for real though.
You need to let them fix up first.
People are like, come on, like Loblaws prices are crazy. I'll stand on that. If we lose a Loblaws deal, I'm sorry.
Zoe, I love how much integrity you have.
No, morals are behind
even if it
that,
causes
man.
us to lose money. I love it.
No, my morals are like, no. When it comes to food, like food is a
3 companies that exist in Canada.
food is a necessity.
Canada Goose.
Yeah.
Canada Goose would be hard.
What if Canada
They've done
Goose
it before,
does
have they
the?
not?
Yeah, there you go.
Canada Goose do the apparel maybe.
Let them do
But
it.
have they
Let
done it
them do
before?
it for the Winter Olympics.
I feel like they've done it before. I could be wrong, but maybe Canada Goose. But
That's a good idea.
I don't mind roots.
That's a good idea, actually, yeah.
OVO.
A red
Yo
winter
got it. Hell yeah.
a red winter Olympic goose
Yes.
jacket. A red winter Olympic goose jacket.
Everyone
Could
owns
go
that already.
crazy.
Though.
Could go
A
crazy.
red?
People, I know people with red gooses.
People have red Montclairs. I've never seen a red goose.
I've seen a red goose?
I've seen bare red goose.
I've seen so many red gooses.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about like the like North Pole goose. I mean like a swaggy bubble jacket.
Swaggy.
Okay.
Like a North Face looking jacket.
Like Drake and Hotline Bling.
Oh yeah.
Is that not a Canada Goose? I could be wrong.
I think it is. Though.
I don't think it is. That'd be news
it looks
to me
like a
if it is.
Montclair.
Is it?
I don't know,
I don't
but it
know.
looked like a
Kizzy?
Montclair. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Fix it up. Bro.
They can
Oh,
fix
yeah.
it up. But yeah, I feel like the only Canadian companies that would do them are like Canada Goose. You know what I'm saying? Get Adidas to do it. Yo, Adidas has 6
Oh
stars.
hell yeah.
Get
Adidas would have
Adidas
Canada
for
looking
Hawaii should
super
decide.
swag.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
An Adidas, imagine an Adidas set for Canada.
Listen,
in
why not
Olympics?
the Relentless merch? Yeah.
They gotta wait for that one. Not even the cat out of the bag early. Chill.
Keep that in the tuck.
In due time.
Okay, let's move on to our segment. Let's get some sponsors that we have. Okay, let's do it. This week's Lost in the Sauce segment, sponsored by Wingstop.
Yeah.
What is everyone's takes this week? I can go first because I have my own take
Oh, I love that.
that I have, which you guys might. We'll see if you flame me for it. We'll see how hot this take is.
I'm ready.
So you can let me know how lost in the sauce I am. So my take this week for our Lost in the Sauce segment is I hate men need to stop asking women how their day goes.
Wait.
I'm not all right.
Oh, okay.
I really hate how's your day every day.
Right.
Okay.
It bothers me, and maybe it's me being like a bougie a-hole, but I just
bit.
don't like that. How's your day? How's your day going? How's your day today? How's your night? How's your morning? It's the same. It's the same.
Right.
It's a Wednesday. I'm working. I'm working. It's a Wednesday. I'm working. How's your day every day drives me up the wall.
Niggas need a new opener?
Just talk to me. I love men who can just talk to me regularly. No, like just keep the conversation going. You know what I mean?
Breezy
Like,
and fun.
Breezy, fun. Like naturally our days might come up, but it's just, I just appreciate just keep the convo going.
Convos with purpose.
Yeah, even if it's not like purpose, just like it's funny, like it's light. Like if we want to talk about real stuff, we can. But like, I just enjoy when a combo just flows, like day to day. It doesn't have to be like good morning, good night, how's your day? Like no, just talk to me.
So hard. You don't like kind of. No, I'm about to.
I'm about to click. No good.
You don't kind of like the good morning. Like you don't like timestamps, sort of that just like.
I don't care for
indicate like.
I hate good morning text.
I can't care.
You don't like any of
To
that
be
sort
honest,
of thing.
I won't lie. To me,
No,
I
good
love
morning, good night, like just.
I don't care for
free flow the whole
the
time.
free time. To me, I don't care. If you, like, for example, if I send a last text and you go to bed and you pick up to respond from the text that I sent you,
You don't want a good morning in
matter.
front
No,
of
I
that
don't care
at all.
for it. I don't care for it. If you go to bed and you don't respond, let's assume you went to bed. You don't have to say good night.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Like, I'm not going to be like, good night. I'm just like, okay, he didn't text. Like, I'm assuming he went to bed. He'll respond to me in the morning, or I'll respond to you in the morning.
And
we'll pick up where we left
I even
off.
said goodnight to somebody.
Like my mom, maybe, or my grandma. Or my
Zoe
sister.
said good night to me, and I had no idea what to.
Oh, that was.
I feel about that.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
a little conflicted with you saying this, to be honest, because
Really?
I feel like you are somebody that lives a really fucking crazy life
Mm-hmm.
and that has a really crazy day to day. You should like. I feel like you will have something to say every day about how
But my
your
thing is,
day
if I
went.
like
Do you
you
not
enough-
like talking about your day?
No,
though?
if I like you enough, it'll come up.
Okay.
Like if I like you enough, I would tell you. Like, oh, this happened at work today, or this, or we recorded the pod, and this. Like, I would tell you.
So you
Right.
don't. If
But
I
I
like
don't
you
mind-
enough, it'll come up. So it won't come up if you don't care
Maybe
for
like
them
I don't
that
mind a
much.
sprinkle of like, how's your day going? Or like if you know I recorded today, like, oh, like how did the pod go? Like, I don't mind that, but like every day, how's your day?
Yeah.
I feel that. That's what I wholeheartedly agree with that part. Yeah.
When I get that question, I look at my phone. I'm like, this is going to take a lot of brain power to answer.
I know. I just say good. That's it.
And then I hate that too.
Yeah, now we're both being dry.
Yeah.
You don't like it though when someone asks how your day was. You've got something that happened in your day that's like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you know. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna answer this.
But if I tell you, I don't know
And
if
you
you
got something to say?
care.
That too. Like,
If I tell you, I
That
don't know
part,
if you're gonna care.
that part's valid.
I can tell you an amazing story, but you cannot give a shit about any of the details at all.
Yeah, I think good mornings and good nights don't make sense if you're single. If you're in a relationship, sure, because you're not really talking to that many people anyways. But if you're single, like what, you're gonna tell everybody good night, everybody good morning? That doesn't make sense.
So where do you guys rate this take?
It's tricky because I agree with it so much. You know what I mean? So it's not that hot to me.
everybody's hot take.
But I'll give it medium because there's a pushback here for a reason.
Yeah.
fair.
You know what I mean? And then like, there's some people that are listening right now that would disagree with you
Maybe.
for sure.
But please don't like. Yeah, if you ask me how my
definitely
don't ask me how my day is every day. How's your day? How's your night? How's your morning? Oh,
Yeah.
every day. How was? Just
That's
talk.
fair.
Annoying ass.
I'm gonna give that a medium because I feel a little conflicted. I feel like you have a lot of great things that happen in your day that you could share, but I agree. There should be more to the conversation. That's a boring kind of
it's
thing.
a cop-out to me.
Have to regularly talk. Like, yeah.
Maybe Zoe just likes to share with the right person.
Maybe.
Yeah, but she'll share.
Fuck it.
She'll
That's
share
not clocking to you.
if the combo's natural enough. Like,
Yeah.
Just let one day lead to another, and then you guys just talk.
Yeah, I just love it. Nothing I
flows.
love more than just a natural conversation and great banter.
Yeah.
You'll have me locked in. That's it.
Yeah.
Talking about a cold text like, "Yo, how's your day?" Fuck.
My God.
Hey,
I'm
seriously.
not mad at that.
And the worst
text
is
at
like,
all.
how's your morning? How's your night? Like, oh my God,
Oh,
we're in the
fuck.
same 24 hours.
I feel like I'm locked up. Like,
How was your sleep?
How was your sleep? Oh my God! I was fucking sleeping.
I don't fucking know.
Oh my God!
closed.
Literally, I was fucking sleeping, dude.
Why do you care?
My answer to everything is good.
And that would even piss me off too. How was your sleep? Good. How was your day? Good. How's your morning? Good.
When you think about it, it's such a pointless ass question.
That was your sleep. Are you kidding me right now?
all right, Clyde, let's hear yours, brother.
All right.
You're next.
My hot take is a lot of people don't want equality. They want revenge with better PR. I think there's a lot of times. I think there's a lot of
people. We talking about women?
I think there's. Hold on. Because I think there's a lot of time people will strive for things in the name of equality, and it's like you don't really want equality. You want the privilege of that. There's this narrative that black women say a lot of the time about black men that you don't want equality. You don't want to stop racism. You just want to be in the position of white men. You just want to have the privileges that are attributed.
Black men sometimes.
I'm attributing this as a general sense because I feel people get on this like tirade of like, no, this isn't fair in the name of fairness, equality, and things like that. And it's like, no, you're a human being. You're just getting your lick back, and maybe you deserve to get your lick back, but equality isn't the name of that. And I also think we need double standards. Some double standards are good. We need double standards. Not everything can be equal.
Like which double standards?
I don't want men working in childcare or gynecology.
Now we're getting spicy.
Gynecology, sure.
No, I'm not gonna hold on, and I'm also not gonna project my personal views on this because I don't really drive. I'm not but like you pull up to the mechanic shop and you need some things done with your car. This isn't how I would feel. It wouldn't really but if you saw it was all women mechanics and stuff like that, would that register in your brain differently?
Yo, Clyde's cooking.
I've never seen it, so
if it was bestowed upon you,
it would throw me
The
for a
same way
loop.
that you would have let a woman cut your hair.
That's exactly the facts. That's exactly.
And all the women, well, not all, because I actually do know a girl that cuts hair. a lot
Does
of
she
the
cut your
women.
hair?
No, but she's not from here. No, I'll say that she's not from here. She lives in London. My homegirl, she lives in London. What I was gonna say is a lot of women that do cut hair are usually swing the other way. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of straight women.
But there's still a woman though.
I know,
Yes,
but it's that specific type of woman. It's not a lot of straight. What's the term? Straight cis women that are just giving fades and lineups. It doesn't really
not
exist
wrong,
a lot.
honestly,
But I
you're
do
not
know one. That's what I say. But she lives in London. She cuts like Dave's hair and everything. Like mans go to her.
All the
Yeah, like
straight
mans
girls
go
with
to
straight
her.
hair.
She's good. But
But see, would you let a man braid your hair?
No. I'm sorry. I just
What if he's a sick braider?
I don't
It doesn't
think
matter.
You're not gonna let a man run his fingers through your scalp, and like
The more you say it,
I don't know,
the more it's like,
man. Hot take. Depending on who the dude is, I don't think that's as crazy as people make it seem.
Agreed.
Like
Me too.
If my cousin knows how to braid hair and I need a braid up, I'm gonna let him braid my hair.
I'll take it a step further. I even think massages, male masseuses.
That one
That's
I don't
not
know.
the same thing.
I do think that's okay.
I've been massaged by a man before.
Hold on.
All right.
What part of my body is getting massaged?
Just
Your back.
Because
Your
what's the
lower
difference? Because what's the difference? Okay, so Mucho, tell me.
Let's keep it cute for the segment, please.
Oh, please.
What's the difference?
Please.
What's the difference between a masseuse and a physiotherapist?
Masseuse uses oil.
So does a physiotherapist. Like if you play sports,
I've done physio. I don't think I've ever had oil for physio.
if you play sports,
Nah, they use
some sort of lubrication.
Some type of
One's for
lubrication,
rehabilitation, one's for relaxation.
Yeah, but they're still
it's
touching your
still the same
body.
substance.
They're
Yes,
still
but
touching
like
your
one's
body.
for one purpose, one's for the other. It's not the same
They're
thing.
still
It is
touching your
kind of-
body
it's
though.
not fun.
But I
What's
don't
the
understand that.
difference?
No, I don't understand that. Like you're getting physio, you're trying to fix something. You go to massage.
Massage, you're also trying to fix something.
Yes, but you're trying to relax in the moment. You're not intense. You're more intense when you go to physiotherapy.
Yes and no. I'm relaxed during physio, and I used to do it sometimes.
What did you go to physiotherapy for?
I
Video's
did
a
it for when I
workout.
dislocated my shoulder and my knee.
You had a man that was doing it with you.
It was a man for. I mean, it was.
both.
It was a man for physio and was a man and woman for massage.
Okay, so did any of you have rehabilitation?
Yeah, I tore my ACL.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Have
was a
any of
man.
you watched the show Entourage?
No, I haven't watched that one.
Oh, okay. There's just a plot point for an episode where like dude is like, nah, I need a male masseuse that has strong male hands that can really physically,
And honestly, I'm not mad at that.
With
For
the
a
deep
deep
massage.
tissue, where a woman, with all due respect, doesn't hit as hard as deep tissue
They
from a
don't
man.
put the elbow in
Because
So
the
you
the
agree
man-
double standards.
The men have like that pressure. I mean, it hurts, but you feel great after. But men apply like dumb pressure for a deep tissue compared to women.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'll let a woman. Or sorry, I would let a man give me a massage before I let a woman line me up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That I agree with you on.
yeah.
I agree with you.
Crazy.
But getting back to what you said, though, I don't necessarily agree with the child care. I understand why people might not want it.
Like a home run daycare and
But-
stuff, and it's like 4 mans. Like you're gonna drop your kid off for
see,
that?
but now we're adding things. Now it's at a home and like all this. Because I do think, and this is a problem with our society, like positive male figures are needed.
Yeah.
So even from when you're young, if there's an older like dude that you can look up to that's actually like a good influence on you, like that helps you. Like it I don't think it should all be women. Of course, you have to vet.
Yeah.
Like I understand how you have to vet more vigorously for men, but I do think that young kids need male figures around.
Did you know that they don't
That's
hire male?
When you say childcare, you mean like daycare?
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
Like teacher.
Yeah, just
Okay.
yeah.
But I worked in a daycare, and one of the best, like, I guess, teachers or, I don't know, educators, caretakers, was a man.
Was
Yeah.
he like on that team?
No, he was straight. Yeah, he was married. He had a wife and a child.
You know that they don't hire men to work in morgues.
Really?
Yeah, for exactly the reason you think.
That is dark.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
dark.
That's dark.
Wow.
That is dark.
That's also in Kill Bill, though, when she was in the coma, remember? The
Wait,
Oh,
is
jeez.
that actually true?
I don't know if it's like a general rule for all morgues,
Yeah,
but I know
I don't
there's a
think
lot
so.
of morgues that
Yeah, I
don't
don't think
hire
it's a-
men for that reason.
Because I feel like even when
Talking
you're
about
Okay, oh my God, we're in a segment.
Oh yeah.
Please cut that.
Yeah, I'll believe it.
I forgot we were gonna say.
In morgues,
So we were being mad vague.
No.
No, it's
in morgues, there is a component of like physical labor. I feel like you might need guys to pick up the dead
Now
weight
you're
of the
calling us
dead
weak.
bodies.
Facts.
How's a woman gonna lift a body?
Oh my God. Anyways, how
300-pound dead dude. You're gonna let Zoe try to lift him up
Still
by
on my
herself?
shoulder.
on your shoulder.
Anyway, we could move on.
Okay,
I
well,
guess I
that
could-
take, I will give it.
That's pretty hot.
No, that
too.
is pretty
It's a
hot.
pretty hot
Hot,
take.
honestly.
Pretty
I'll
hot.
give it a hot
Clyde
take.
came in hot today.
Yeah, I'll give you a hot take.
Yeah.
Mild last week. We had to turn it up this
I'm
week.
sorry.
A lot of people agreed with your take last week, though.
Yeah,
I know
is-
y'all
I
made me
deserve
feel like I just said absolutely nothing after the recording. I'm like going back home editing, like, yo, we really got to step it up for the hot takes.
Yeah.
But they
Stuff
liked your
that.
take last
and then
time,
and then I go and the streets are loving it. The streets
Yeah,
are praising
they
me.
like
The
the
most
take.
liked comments and everything. All right, whatever.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I guess I could go next.
Go ahead.
I don't know if it's a hot take, but I think tipping should not be mandatory. People should not get judged if they don't want to tip. And I do tip, but I only tip because of the societal pressure.
Wait. Hold on, though. You said tipping shouldn't be mandatory. It's not.
It's not mandatory.
Yeah, it's
But
not.
there's
No, but I mean,
societal-
like,
yeah.
it shouldn't be like automatically added into the process of payment.
So you just don't like gratuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it should be like when I'm going through the thing to pay, like tip shouldn't come up. I should do that on my own if I want to.
That's fair.
Here's my rule when it comes to tipping.
And then on top of that,
sorry,
my
go
bad.
ahead.
And then on top of that, I shouldn't be shamed if I don't want to tip. And I genuinely think I only tip because I don't want to look bad. I'm not tipping because I out of the goodness of my heart.
There's never been a time where you're like, this really was some exceptional service. They deserve a little extra. Like you've never felt that way.
In theory, yes, but I don't understand why some jobs have it and some don't. If you get exceptional like you're gonna tip someone at a restaurant, you'll probably tip your tattoo artist.
Yep.
You're not tipping the doctor that does your surgery.
That's true.
Well, doctors make a lot of money.
It doesn't matter. Tattoo artists can make a lot of money.
All right.
Yeah.
I haven't
You
thought
might
of that.
tip.
Yeah.
Do you tip mechanics?
No.
Some people do.
Some people
don't
do.
they?
Some people don't.
Do you tip your landlord?
For giving you a place to live.
If you hire a security guard, do you tip the security guard at the end of the night? Like who chooses what jobs get tips and what doesn't? If you're doing exceptional service, you're doing exceptional service.
That's true.
Listen, I like how Europe does it. If you go to
Yeah.
Europe, like
Tipping culture is not a thing in Europe.
there's no tipping. It's
Yeah.
exactly what you say.
They don't
Do it
play
if you
that.
want.
Like, sure, the price might be a little bit higher, but that's all you have to pay. Now, if you want to show love later, cool.
Yeah, because tipping like that be a slippery slope, and then certain
But some places
jobs,
find it offensive, though. So you got to also
Yeah.
tread that also. Some places find it offensive when you tip.
certain jobs
Oh, yeah.
take
Yeah.
advantage of tipping,
Particularly in Asia, right? They find
especially
that.
in
Never been to Asia, I'm not sure.
nightlife and
You're right though, Clyde. In Asia, they
delivery
don't like that, yeah.
services.
Yep.
I think them two take advantage of tipping for
Uber
sure.
has an option. Like if you don't tip, they'll say like, "Are you sure you don't want to tip?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And-
My thing with Uber, I don't tip until I get my food in my hand.
Right.
On God.
And on Uber,
Sorry.
I don't think the tipping.
Why are you asking me for a tip before I even fucking get it? What are we talking about?
That's true.
No, you're right.
And
That's
on
real, that's
Uber,
real.
the tip percentage, like it shouldn't go up because of the more food that I get. You're
Yeah.
still just delivering. If it's a bag of food, if I got one thing, your tip will be lower than if I get 5. It's still just the one bag of food.
What if the 5 things turns into like 2 or 3 bags? And they're bringing that up your
Nah.
elevator and everything.
So,
and-
Clyde,
You really getting though. When you get Uber Eats, it's probably just one meal, maybe 2. You're not
yeah.
struggling at all. You're
Usually,
not
yeah.
struggling.
So Clyde worked in the service industry. Like
Yeah.
you've worked at restaurants before.
Yeah.
This shit is hitting you a little differently right now.
Yeah, but like I also was never a server. Like those like women that will make rent money off,
Don't you guys
off
all
a table.
Don't you guys all split it or something? Is
There's
that not what it
there
is?
when and this is where I think the more ethical part of like tipping is where like I think servers, at least in the restaurant industry, they got a certain percentage. I think it's like 10% or 13% of all the tips they make go to the back of house. So all the line cooks, the bussers, like everybody that isn't really front facing, they get like 10% of like that in every 2 weeks or something like that.
Now
yeah.
hold it there. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with them
Why
receiving that?
This is what I'm saying. It'd be picky and choosy. How come the servers feel like they're the only ones that should get tips and not the people that are actually cooking the food?
They're pressing you for a higher tip because if you tip them only 13%, and like I said, they already got to take 10% of that and give it to the back of house. So like, if you don't,
That's not a high percentage.
I know, but they got to pay out of pocket their own personal money if you don't tip at all.
Oh shit.
So it's not even the way that it'll work is that it's 10% of the bill. It's not even of the tip. So it's like if you just do $100 bill and then you don't tip anything, she's got to out of pocket like 10% of that.
So is that not just a terrible business model?
I agree. Yes, and that's what I agree.
So we
with.
could agree that
and Europe has it figured out a lot better. Yeah.
And we could agree that it's putting the onus on the customer for a bad reason. Like just pay them more.
Yeah, I agree. We need better infrastructure than to pay servers and service care people.
Certain entitlement. Like I remember one time we were at a club and my friend was using our other friend's card to like get some drinks. And I remember I walked with him to the bar. He paid. He didn't tip. I noticed it, but I was like, yo, like you didn't tip. He was like, oh, it's not my card. I don't want to, put more
that's
extra,
valid.
whatever.
That's fair.
So then we went back again and he didn't tip again. I'm like, bro, like this is making us look crazy. He's like, bro, it's not my card. I don't want to put the extra. So then he went back again. And the lady said the no tipping bars on that side. Wouldn't even serve him.
The no tipping bars on that side? What does that even mean?
Damn.
How are you allowed to do that?
Did you make my fucking drink? Sorry.
How are you allowed?
Is the bartender allowed to do that? Yeah. That's
Can you deny service if you don't tip?
That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy.
Because tipping is not mandatory. You
This
can't
is where it
deny
gets out
me
of hand.
service
I agree.
because I didn't tip you. I can understand you being annoyed, sure, but you're gonna deny me service because I don't tip.
I won't lie. I have when it comes to tipping, listen, you can judge me if you want to. I have rules when it comes to tipping. All right. One, like if you work in like a salon or you have to pay like heavy amount of rent, like if you're a lash tech or you're a whatever, a hairstylist, okay, I'm tip you. If you do it out of your house, I'm not tipping you.
Oh.
That's fair.
My sister also agrees.
That's fair.
Because you have no overhead costs.
I agree with that.
Right? You're not paying back to a salon. You're not paying back to whatever. So like, if you do it all like,
that might be harder than your actual take.
There's no overhead costs.
If you're not paying, yes, there's less. There's significantly less. Think about if you lash out of your home.
And that means they're not as deserving of a tip?
I'm not saying not as deserving, but if you're paying like $8,000 a month in rent for your salon versus you do it out of your house.
That's the reason you should tip.
I think so.
Okay.
To me, sometimes. I tip less. If you're out of your house, I tip less versus if you're in a salon and you have to do a payout.
I hear your frame of logic on it. Okay.
Your retail
but low key
is out of a salon, yeah?
No. I do it at her place. Yeah.
And you tip her high?
Everything's included. Like we have like a.
So you don't tip her at all?
Agreement.
Okay,
yeah. So for example, when I go to my girl and she does like my hair, like and she's out of the salon, and I know that she has a large overhead, I'll tip her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go to a girl who does it like in her crib, I'll tip you, but it won't be like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel better about that.
Also, when it comes to food, I never tip for picking up. Ever.
Me too. I believe in that.
Never. Tip option comes up for picking up.
Never.
No.
Thank you.
Skip. If I'm coming to you
conviction
and I'm ordering 3 tacos to go, skip.
Yeah.
No tip.
No way.
None.
Never.
If my order.
If your service is mid, I will tip you like 15%.
Do you guys tip it
Sometimes.
sitting at a bar? Like if you just have a couple
See, but
of
I was just about to bring that up. What's the difference between picking up a drink and
picking up food?
You going
Low-key, I don't always tip at bars either.
No, my bad. I mean, there's not much difference to me between picking up food or me walking to a bar and getting a drink.
I don't always tip at bars either.
More? You order food or you go to a club? You order food more.
You'd get food more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You would probably like do that less because you're doing that more consistently versus a bar.
But I just feel like, bro, if I have to pay $5 for this water I'm walking over here to get it from you, and now I have to tip you on top of the $5
I'm not tipping you for the water. Are you out of your mind?
for you to turn around, reach back there, and put it on the
I'm not
table.
tipping you for
And now
water.
I have to tip you.
On God, I'm not tipping you for water. On
But what's
God.
the difference between?
On God, I'm not tipping you for water.
Yeah, but
Even when it comes to a mixed drink, unless it's sick.
there we go. If
Like,
they make a
come on.
sick drink, I'll tip.
But if you're pouring me a rum and coke, bro,
Yeah.
man, rely on your hourly wage. With all due respect, like, what are we doing?
That's fair.
So this take is, what do you guys feel it is?
I'll give it medium.
I forgot whose take it was now.
It was mine.
Yeah, we gotta get this
The
done.
tipping
Medium,
joint.
medium.
Yeah, medium. All right, Mucho, you come hit us now with the.
Pause.
Yeah, damn.
Jim Jones was right.
About and which Jim Jones are we talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say which Jim
right.
Jones and
And he's said a lot of crazy shit lately, so that's why it's like,
like
what is he right about?
Rapper Jim Jones.
The rapper Jim Jones,
Okay.
not the guy that gave people the Kool-Aid.
Are
the
we doing a Nas
okay.
versus Jim Jones right now?
Yes.
Oh boy.
The rapper
Let's go.
Jim
Where's
Jones
the wine?
was right in this sense. I'm 30. You guys are 29, touching 29. Jim Jones is more influential to people our age than Nas.
That's not how. That's true.
Facts.
That's true.
You said influential, and that's what's gonna.
That's
The
what.
way
That's
a
right.
lot of people dress,
Is not.
even with the chrome hearts.
You see, a lot of the rock star shit is.
Yeah,
is
that was Jim Jones.
Is it Dipset or is it Jim Jones?
Is it Jewels or is it Jim
No,
Jones?
Jim
I don't
Jones.
personally.
Jewels is a lot of that rock star shit. Too.
I don't
Yeah.
attribute any of that to Jim Jones. For me,
But he's the one that swagged it from Harlem. Fordham
Yep. Yep.
was dressing different. And now it's coming full circle with the younger generation. And even like music wise, to me, I feel like if I ask like people my age, like, what, like, name me 3 Nas songs right now.
Come on, Zoe. Come on.
Name me
No,
3
don't do
Nas
this. Come on.
songs.
If I ruled the world,
Okay.
Facts.
Alright.
Ether,
Okay.
Facts.
You're missing a big.
you
one.
owe me.
Yes.
You owe me.
Yes. All right. That makes
you
me
owe
happy.
me.
As long as you know that one.
Of course. Oh, there's one more. That's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't. On Illmatic. Oh my god.
Illmatic, say word.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
me beat.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever.
So if she did that, you should be able to name 4 or 5 Jim Jones songs then.
But Jim
Facts.
Jones or Dipset?
Everybody talking about Jim Jones'
Yeah, that's the
catalog,
thing.
that he has this crazy back catalog. What are
Jim
3
Jones
or
or
4 songs?
Dipset.
Summertime in Miami
I don't know that.
I-
song.
with
not-
Trey Songz.
I'm not
Pop
sure.
Champagne.
Okay.
Okay.
Big song. Yeah. All right. So 2.
Okay, yeah,
2
yeah.
for 3.
Yeah,
That's
bar.
I'm
all
more
right.
than just a hustler. Bang,
Fuck
bang,
outta
bang.
here.
Okay.
No.
That's worse than
Is that,
Cassidy's
is that
Gangnam
not
Style.
4? Is that not 4?
That's 4. That's 4.
Hey.
All right.
But I will say, okay, maybe musically it's a little tricky with Nas, but just influence wise, like he taps in with the younger generation way more than Nas does.
I can see that.
Now,
I think a lot of the stuff that we do is probably more reflective of Jim Jones than Nas.
we
So
as a
people look
culture-
at him like he's wildin', but like we all know Dipset. All of us
Wait.
know Dipset.
But who's
Who is more relevant since 2006 from Dipset than Jim Jones?
Cam.
Cam.
Cap.
Cam is more relevant.
Name me a song from 2006 onwards from Cam.
But we're not talking.
Oh boy, that's like
That's
2002.
03, so.
But you said,
Yeah, something like
but
that.
you said who's more relevant? Now whose music is more relevant?
Because of what
Cam's-
the podcast?
No, you're
Cam's-
saying, you said influential is what you said.
that too.
That is true.
Cam's face card is more relevant.
Face card is crazy. You gotta wifey that. You gotta wifey that.
Men use their face
What do
card.
you mean you like his face card more than Jim Jones?
Cameron
I
low-key
never
has
said I
more
like
bangers.
it.
What did he?
You're talking about influence, right? On
never
Cam alone, right?
Yeah.
So he is probably, if you put Joe as far as people that are rappers and potters that did well and were able to translate it and stuff, is Cam not right underneath that?
And also,
And he did the sports thing too.
Yeah, the
And
podcast
also-
helped him though.
and
The
also, if
podcast
we're
helped
talking
him.
about
Influence.
fashion,
Yeah.
if we're talking about fashion, if I
Jewels
think
is up there for fashion
if I think
still.
Jim Jones,
He doesn't have a Halloween costume like
that's what
Cam
I'm saying.
does.
There's nothing that I attribute to Jim Jones specifically. When you think Cam, you think pink, you think the furs.
But that
Cam
rockstar
made that
swag
cool.
though, that's Jim
Even when you
Jones.
think about
Yeah,
now,
it is.
everyone wearing
Yeah.
like the scarves under their fitteds, that's 100% Joel Santana.
We're giving it to Jewels now?
You're
Even some of the Rockstar stuff is Jewels though.
You're giving the silk scarf or the bandana under the hat to
What popularized the Rockstar look?
Coming back.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the Rockstar swag.
I
I'm not
wrote
mad
video
at
essays on this. I promise. Like the whole thing of the Rockstar look being popularized was Lil Wayne hanging
wasn't that Wayne
with Dipset and making that album with Jewels and him co-opting the Rockstar look. Wayne says that he took all that from
But
Dipset.
Jewels was the little nigga.
But also,
At the time he was. Yeah.
Who's he looking up to dressing like that?
Cam.
Nah, bro.
but then on top of that too, I feel like Jim Jones, that whole thing that you're talking about, Jim got that from New York. Jim didn't start that. New York had it, and he rocked it and made it a thing. There's people that Kanye started stuff.
Okay.
Bryson Tiller started stuff.
The dad hats.
ASAP Rocky started stuff.
I don't even give it to that nigga, but I get what you mean. Yeah.
Right? Like no one was wearing the bin trill and the Pyrex. That was ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky made the Tumblr swag. That was ASAP Rocky.
HBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bryson Tiller was the dad hats, all that type of stuff. Kanye has different, like variations from the polos to the Pablo.
Kanye
the dad
has wearing
skinny.
blinders as sunglasses.
That was Soulja Boy.
Facts.
But you
Or no, it wasn't. Kanye.
Even
I was thinking Soulja Boy where he wrote his name.
No. Kanye had the blinders.
Shutter shades.
Yeah, shutter shades.
Jim Jones didn't make us wear anything.
you could say Yams. You could say Yams did that for Rocky.
Yeah, but Rocky is the one that we see it.
Amplified it. Rocky put it on the forefront.
Okay.
But Jim didn't
But
put
no
it on
one
the
said-
forefront.
Jim
New York
Jones
put it on the forefront. And he's just from New
I
York.
think Jewels put on the forefront more than Jim Jones.
Yo, you got a crush on Jewels, dog? What are we doing?
Maybe. He's cute. Jules said it.
Oh my god.
But anyways, I'll give
That's
that
funny.
I'll give that a medium.
A medium? Okay.
I'll give it
I'm gonna give that hot.
Yeah.
Because that's a hot
Hot
take.
too.
A good hot take.
Jim Jones was right. In a sense.
I'll give that
Okay,
a medium.
yeah. I'll do it medium. All right, let's move on. Are we gonna go? Okay, what's a 3,500 gay event? Is that long or is it who?
Oh, I saw that. Did I put that?
Maybe.
I think I put that. Okay.
Well,
So
That's really what that's really what it says on the docket, by the way. It literally just says
Yo, I was driving today. They're taking bare gay shit down. They're taking bare gay shit down. Yo,
I was in the Sam, no.
Because it feels almost like
What?
fake.
well,
It's
duh.
So, I mean, I get it, but it's like,
fake.
yes, it's Pride Month, but like, just start tearing shit down.
Yes, it's representation. They just want that on their image. That's it.
I was on my way
I'm
home.
saying, I'm just saying they took it down.
It's
I
like,
was ordering McDonald's on my way home, and McDonald's right by my crib, and like I had to stand underneath like a ledge. It was raining while it happened, and while I'm in there, the storefronts were changing the front display,
pulling the
taking the rainbows out of the display,
Pulling the front blades out.
It's
Yeah.
fake as hell.
I don't like it. It feels bad. I mean, you say thing for Black History Month too.
yeah.
My thing is, yo,
I
just
think
rep
they're
it all
worse.
year.
I think they're worse with that.
Just rep it all year.
Yeah.
Just have the colors all
No,
year.
I'm just saying, like, there shouldn't be like a put up and a take down. You know what I mean? Just like,
That's a slippery
Christmas
slope.
lights.
Yeah.
That's a slippery slope then, because
Yeah, that's like when Charlie
What?
D'Amelio had the Black Lives Matter in her thing forever.
she couldn't
She was
take
scared
it
to
down.
put it down.
Yeah. Because who decides what gets represented all year and what doesn't?
Yeah,
maybe nothing gets
So-
represented.
the whites.
Gay people get represented all year. Then what? Black people get represented all year. Then what? So what happens when it's like
National
this
Hispanic Heritage Month,
like
or Asian
awareness
Heritage
month
Month,
and
Yeah.
all that type of stuff? It's a slippery slope still. But anyways, $3,500 gay event. So I saw this online, and someone said, "Yo, is my homeboy tripping?" So this guy's friend is a DJ, and like he's a regular size DJ. He's not a big like.
I thought you meant like
God.
weight.
No, like
You need to stop.
he's not a big DJ.
He does have a thing with it.
He's not fat, but he's not skinny.
You got
So
offended.
this DJ got offered $3,500 to DJ an event. His rate, $3,500 for 3 hours to DJ an event.
Okay.
His rate is a lot lower than that regularly, right?
Okay.
So this is a bag. This is
He
a come
got
on.
offered $3,500 to do an event, but it's like a gay event.
Okay.
When you say gay, it's just like it's for pride. Like it's a gay
it's like
event. Like it's at a gay club,
It's like
baby.
it's a gay event.
It's
Like
on-
it's
okay. for
Hell
sure.
yeah.
so
Gay men or women? Or is everybody gay?
it's just
If that matters, yeah.
like, it's just a gay event. I'm gonna assume it's men or a majority men.
Right.
Okay.
He didn't want to do it because it's a gay event.
That's so wild.
That's ignorant.
That's
So
so
the
whack.
question was, what would you guys do?
I'm doing the
The
event.
guy said, "You're tripping."
Yeah.
I would do it.
I would do it.
I would do it.
I would do it.
I would host a gay event for that much. Yeah.
I'd be like,
I am doing that event. Yes,
you're
certainly.
toxic. You guys love that song.
I see the comments. I see
You
the
get on the
comments.
tables, yeah.
A dude said I would have been in there, had them lit to YMCA. 3,500. It's fun to stay at the.
No, literally.
Okay, so sorry.
I would have had that beautiful in a way. That's their
You're
gay
the DJ.
anthem.
What are the top 5 songs you're playing at that event?
I'm coming up.
But low-key, hold on, time out. The gays took that song though, because that song's not about being gay. It's about being old. And
They
it's
assimilated
Diana
it.
Ross's comeback song.
Oh.
I think she turned 60, and
And
she's
that's when
saying
she
like,
made it.
I'm coming out, like I'm older, but like it's her comeback.
Yeah.
And the gays took it. No shade,
That's
and it
funny.
works,
They
but it's
did.
not
Yeah,
really.
yeah, yeah.
but I
Great
hear that.
appropriation.
I'm going
Great
down.
appropriation.
Okay.
I'm going YMCA.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going. What's the one with the song where they do the thing like this? Here comes the hurricane. Nah, nah. Here comes the hurricane. Nah, nah. That one. I'm not gonna lie. That movie kind of fly like the. And then they drop it with the light. That be kind of fly. I'm not gonna lie. They
Those of you
snapped
know,
it.
Zoe's on the floor rolling right now.
They snapped
For
with
those that are
that
listening.
She's literally off the couch.
one. They snapped with that one, bro.
What's
The spin into the drop. They snapped with that.
She wasn't ready.
For those that are not watching, Zoe has walked off the set.
what's the
I love partying with gay people though.
Yeah, they're a great.
Yeah,
they're a great time.
The funniest people to party with. Like
First of all,
top
fair.
three.
I have like my favorite like gay flip song is the one from Empire
Ooh.
that he was singing, and you could
and a
see
man loves
when
a
a man loves a man,
loves a man. Yo,
and it
first of all,
slowly zooms in on Terrence Howard's face.
I'm losing his face. It's like,
what
You gotta run that one. You
what
gotta
they're
run that
talking
one.
about is called a death drop. When they like drop with
Spin and do the drop with the leg.
It's called a
It's
yeah, and
voguing.
it's called voguing.
Oh
Yeah. So you would play YMCA. You would do I'm Coming Out. You want Madonna? Come on, Vogue. That song.
One of the
Let your
I don't know
body
what the
move.
song is specifically,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking one of those songs. And
Okay.
it's tough. The song is tough. So
Yeah.
There's a whole
feel it.
bunch. Yeah. Okay, I hear that. What would be your top 5 gay songs if you were spinning at a gay event?
Fire on the Chichi Marker.
Oh my god!
all right, we tried.
But they love it though. They love that
Jamaicans.
song. Oh,
Jamaican. Jamaican
Those are
gays.
Jamaican gay. Like the gay niggas I know be Jamaican. They love that song.
Talk to the white people.
Talk to the white
Or
people.
majority, the masses.
The masses, I'm sorry.
To the masses.
Inclusive gay songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a good like house banger. Like, what's that one where she's talking about the weekend that's coming up? Like,
What?
TGIF?
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, that would go crazy, bro.
That'd go crazy.
I like that. That's a good one. I like the good vibration. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good time too.
Okay.
You guys got some.
I got a gay bag. You
got a gay bag.
For sure, I got a
What
gay
about
bag.
Word.
I'm gonna run that Lil Nas X. You know,
Old
Town
Town
Road.
Road.
I'm gonna run that industry, baby.
That's
Nah.
though.
I don't know if I have, honestly, guys, I don't know if I have 5 gay songs. I don't know if I could do that. But when I Googled popular gay songs,
Born This Way for sure.
I'm coming out.
Born This Way is good.
Oh.
Born This Way.
Yeah,
is
we
a-
need to
By
ask
Lady
you.
Gaga?
Yeah.
We need to ask you,
Yeah,
Zoe.
Born This Way, Lady Gaga.
Yep.
I would say probably like Toxic, Britney Spears, or like I'm a Slave for You. They love that when he goes,
Oh,
kitty
yeah.
cat, kitty cat. They love that little body roll moment.
I Know a Place by Muna, All the
No,
Lovers
I
by
don't know about
Kylie
that
Minogue.
one. They also love Break My Soul by Beyonce.
Facts.
Really?
That's
Break
a
My
peak
Soul
gay
by
song.
Beyonce.
They like
Also
house
a
music.
gay
Yeah,
song.
they love house music.
They love, oh my God, what's that house song? Oh, it's gonna bother me. Let me think about it. That one.
Yeah, hell yeah. You can run that.
Push it. What's that one? I don't
Push
know.
it. Yeah. Salt and pepper.
Yeah,
Talking
no,
about-
not Salt and Pepper. It's the
I thought you
house
were-
one. Like push it. Oh, I don't know.
I
But
don't
anyway,
know.
they like that one
I think
too.
they might sample it.
It's
yeah.
Raining
Yeah.
Men.
That's a good one too. That's not a bad one.
It's a good one, but it's too on the nose.
It's a little. It feels like I'm being stereotypical, and I just like.
Yeah.
So we all agree
Only
that
girl in the world. They love Only Girl in the World.
Ooh.
Want
They
you
do.
to make me feel.
The Rihanna one?
Yeah. They love that one.
And
So
I
we
will
all agree
survive.
that we'd DJ.
I think we'd be
Hell
great.
yeah, yeah,
We'd
I'd
be
get that
great
bag.
DJs. Book Relentless Diaries to DJ your next
Yeah.
gay.
Hell yeah.
Gay club.
Yeah,
I would do
we
it.
got some girls in our fan base.
I think we do.
We got some girls.
And I've seen-
500, I'll crowd
I've
surf.
seen gay people comment that, like, sometimes
We have-
obviously
they've
we have,
written
and they're like,
in.
yeah, you guys actually handled that really well.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So hire us to.
Yeah, big up my gay niggas, yo.
We were so doing so
we're
good.
doing
I think
so
you should
well.
be allowed to big up your gay niggas.
why can't I
yeah.
say that?
Anyways, let's move on. Drake versus T-Pain. T-Pain I don't know who he did a podcast. I forgot which podcast that it was.
Crash Dummies.
Okay, Crash Dummies podcast. And he said that he took Drake's advice, right? And this was years ago when Drake and Lil Yachty did that fake little podcast thing that they did on the
which
beach
wasn't
or some
a real
shit.
podcast,
Yeah. Drake spoke about how he wants to bow out of the music industry. He doesn't want to be pushed out. He wants to gracefully bow out, take his, time away and leave. He doesn't want to be forced out. And T-Pain said that he took that advice and he did the same thing. He bowed out of the music industry. And he said that Drake needs to take his own advice and do the same thing. He said Drake makes a statement about wanting to bow out gracefully and then continues to make music to build his name or get approval of the masses.
Right.
And Drake kind of clapped back and said yo, this guy's, what did he say? I don't know exactly what he
This
said
guy
in the
has
comment.
always had resentment for him.
Yeah, always had resentment for him. And there was a whole bunch of discourse around what T-Pain said and if it's valid, whatever. What do you guys, to me, with all due respect, I don't care to hear no T-Pain in 2025.
I was gonna say no one's checking for T-Pain.
With all due respect,
Is he
T-Pain's a
even-
legacy act. He has amazing bangers. I will never take
But
that
that's
away
what
from
he's
him.
saying, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm saying is you try to tell Drake to take his own advice where Drake is still topping charts to this day. Drake doesn't have to take his own advice with all due respect.
Listen, I feel like it was a little disingenuous how T-Pain said it. Because
okay.
end of the day, if your juice runs out, then cool, bow out respectfully. And that's what T-Pain did.
Yeah.
But if he's still a top 2, top 3 rapper in the world, that's not what he meant.
Right. And he
He
is.
meant when he's, you know what I mean? Whether you think he's top 1, top 2, top 3, whatever, he's in that top handful right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Easily.
And that's being very unbiased, just saying it like that. Why would you bow out now? The implication that Drake was giving was that when he's out of there, when the people aren't feeling what I put out, it's time to me to bow out.
Right.
Not in 2025.
Drake will be the longest running rapper
maybe
ever.
in 2035.
Do you not want to do what Michael Jordan did and retire while you're still on top?
No.
No.
Because this isn't sports, man.
No, I'm just hypothetical.
Yeah, but I'm saying, it don't matter if you tore your knee or whatever. You could still sing, you could still rap.
To devil's
If
advocate,
the people are feeling you, keep giving them what the people want.
Yeah.
To devil's advocate you, Mucho, I'm just going to read some lyrics from one of my favorite Drake songs.
Yeah.
A lot of people hit me up when my name is mentioned. Shout out to KD, we relate, we get the same attention. It's raining money, Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm the most successful rapper, 35 and under. I'm assuming everybody's 35 and under. That's when I plan to retire, man. It's already funded.
Ooh.
Don't you feel like he's kind of teased this? And
Every rapper says that.
alluded to, okay, I'm gonna leave at this point and stuff like that. Even right before Like That dropped, he was like, I'm doing this tour, and then I need to get my stomach right because I got problems, and I'm gonna fall back a little bit. And everybody kind of wants Drake to take this hiatus too, right? Should he?
We were all like,
Well, listen. As Trezor was just saying, a lot of people say these things, and then you get there and you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
Which
is what I think these lyrics are.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
probably said this when he was in his mid-20s.
Listen, just to talk to the people that's listening right now, it's a lot of y'all that said, I'm never going out again once I hit 30 years old. Then I see you at the club.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I won't lie, I was one of those people. I'm about to be 29.
Me too. It's about to be November soon, and I'm like, I think I'm still going out in December.
That theoretical age sounds way more distant than it actually is.
100%.
Yeah, that's a fact.
100%.
But also, speaking of that kind of goes into another topic that I saw about. There was a girl talking about how the real crisis, you know how they have the midlife crisis? She says the real crisis is the late 20s crisis. If you're in your late 20s in this time period of your life, because COVID took away your mid-ish 20s, now we're all late 20s people with like early 20s brains.
Right.
And people don't know how to, there's a big separation with how people's lives are, and people are having a hard time dealing with that, where like you're turning 30, like you said, or you're 30. Some people are still at the club every weekend. Some people are married. Some people still live at home. Some people own houses, and just the divide in how people live their lives is like so huge, like now more than ever for a specific age group of people. And that's been getting people like really depressed and really upset, because you're looking at what everyone else is doing and thinking that you're behind in life.
I don't think I'm behind at all.
Facts.
I don't think I'm behind at all.
Chisora, can I lead with this? Just bouncing off what you're saying. What do you guys think was the worst time, or what do you guys think was the worst age to be in during,
we talked about this, no?
during COVID?
Zoe said being a teenager.
I think I said being
Whatever
a teenager.
your prom years were,
Yeah,
from
like
17
like
to
prom
19.
or like
high school.
university.
So probably between
17 to
19
19.
High
Yeah.
school, 16 to like 19.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
17 to 21.
Yeah, I agree.
So we all say that it's a different age than what we were when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So why should we feel bad for ourselves?
But I think the difference with that though is there's a lot less at stake during that age. Like,
Okay.
like you don't
That's
really
fair.
like, you're still freestyling life when you're 16 to 18. Like you still have life ahead of you. We're kind of at the point where it's like we can't project for the future anymore.
I mean, I still have life ahead of me.
well, technically we still do. Yes,
Well,
we all do.
She's like, don't talk about me like that.
I don't know about y'all. but I still got life ahead of me.
so young.
We all are still technically young, but it's
Yeah.
like when you're young and you think of what your future is gonna be, we're at that age now where it's like you have to start to put that in
Yeah.
motion. When
can't-
you're
I-
16,
Yeah, for sure.
you do whatever. You have no responsibilities, no nothing.
For
Now
me-
people got kids, people have houses, and
For
Yeah.
me, COVID hit when I was 21. Like I was
Okay.
right out of college, and COVID
Shit.
hit right then and there.
Yeah.
So every internship, every job I had, like that stopped.
Right.
So I didn't know my
Yeah.
future was going to be ahead until like literally I was 23, and that's when the job force really came. But between those three, I knew I lost like opportunities, everything like that.
And you're somebody that's searching for a career journey that really matters about experiences being in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything was through online, and everything failed.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like 21 to 23. Like I missed out on that, and I hate COVID for that, for real.
Can't
Yeah.
get that shit back. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel, I agree with that. I think COVID definitely took, especially for like, we blinked and then we were kind of in like our late 20s crossing over, and like now the world was like open. So yeah, I don't think I like lost those years. I wouldn't say I lost them, but they definitely like put a damper on things and like halted it a little bit. But I still think they were still formative, at least for me.
yeah, I still had fun.
And I will say this, I agree with your point for most people, but I will say that we lived a different life during COVID.
Very
For sure
true.
we did.
Yeah.
It's some people that were just inside. They were indoors for 2020 and 2021. What were we doing?
2022.
I was at Muchos.
I was at Muchos. Meet me at Muchos.
And he wasn't even a co-host.
Some people were. I will never forget during COVID. Y'all was sneaking into Hibachi like the Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
Walls boarded up. The chef throwing shrimp in your mouths on the low. Like the Hibachi during COVID run
Hibachi flex, yeah.
was crazy.
But during those times, it was lit though, right?
I mean, I never went,
Right.
but
Mucho.
Those Last Dance Insecure Sundays
never did have
were lit
Hibachi,
too.
yeah.
We're lit. Yeah, the Last Dance
Oh, Last
Sundays
Dance,
was great
watch- yeah.
during COVID. I really
and then
loved that.
Insecure right after.
Yeah,
and
I
also,
agree.
I think it depended on the city you lived in. Because if you lived in like Miami
Yeah.
or Texas, like
Yeah, you were fine.
you were locked up for like 6 months, and then
It really wasn't much.
yeah.
We also started this pod, so shout out.
There
to
we
COVID.
go. Shout out to COVID for that.
Yeah.
Baby. Shout out to China. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my
I'm
god.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but I think
I was watching. My bad. I was watching Gallus. I was watching the music video for Gallus earlier today, and that
Capella
was
Grace Gallus.
yeah.
Okay.
That was summer 2021 in New York. Like that's when it was
Yeah.
when it was filmed. That shit looked lit.
It was packed. Yeah.
But honestly, COVID was a blur because I don't really remember. Like, obviously, the lockdown was like 2020 for sure, but 2021, 2022, like, it really started to open up.
No, but you're forgetting we had more than one lockdown. We locked down, came back
Toronto
out,
was
they
very
locked down
serious.
again.
Toronto was and there was like Omicron. I don't know if I said-
Omicron.
I don't know if I said that the right way.
Omicron
Omicron.
variant.
Yeah, that shit locked us off for the end of 2020. You know, but I was in DC for that. You know?
Yeah, but I don't remember 2021
That means it
or
was lit.
2022 being like locked off.
No, 2022 we're in the clear.
2022, I was outside.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
probably one of the most outside years I've ever been.
No, hey, is that not the video you showed where you guys were like tapping in with each other?
Oh, at Kensington, those were
Yeah.
Kensington days.
Yeah.
But when was that?
I think it was 2022.
Really?
When
that
everyone-
was post-
that summer when everyone would go to Kensington.
Yeah.
I think it was 2022 summer.
That's before me and Tresor were actually like, yeah. I was so happy to see him.
Zoie was so
watching that
happy
video
to see
back, I
me.
was like, is that how I used to act? when
You
I saw
see how
Tresor?
jaded people get? This is how you
Has
know
this
you
video
don't.
been posted?
No.
No, it is. This is
No,
a
I mean
vlog.
the little snippet thing
Oh, the
that
little
we're
snippet,
referencing.
no.
No one knows what we're talking
It's
about.
have to
it's
put
one
it
of my
up.
old
Yeah,
vlogs.
now you have to post it.
Yeah, it's one of my old vlogs, and Zoie was so happy to see me, bro. I haven't felt that energy from her in years.
Giddy.
Yeah, she was so happy.
I like ran across the street.
Yeah.
I could have got hit by a car.
That's crazy.
I was like, is that Tresor? And I like ran across the street.
We'll show y'all the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, I don't know, my voice sounds
times.
so hot. I was like, what the hell?
I'm gonna break the fourth wall on y'all a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys are getting a shorter episode today because
Yeah.
we have to go party.
Yeah.
So
This is
are we
true.
doing a couple more times, or what do we have left on the
We
docket?
have one last one maybe.
What do you think, Mike?
Y'all should be lucky we're in here in the first place.
Yeah, so we're right there.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
see. I mean, the Drake abs, I don't.
Yeah, yo, you my goat, but you out for that.
Oh, wait, so do you think they're fake?
Yes,
It looks
you
fake.
out for that.
Drake
You
and
out
Big
for that. Yeah, his
Do you
too.
think Drake's abs are fake for real?
I gotta personally train him.
I think men them are wild for zooming in and looking at men's
I
abs and
agree. So
stuff
to
like
me,
that.
when I
Like,
first saw the photo, I was like, okay, cool. You know, Drake shirtless. But then when I went on Twitter, I was like, oh, people are like, oh, and I was like, oh, like, are they fake? I couldn't really tell. People like, oh, the chest doesn't match and the arms don't match, and he should have bought the arms to match the.
Dissecting this shit.
A lot of men.
man,
That's so weird.
A lot of men are dissecting and saying, oh, his chest is deflated, his arms are not defined, yet he has a solid six-pack. Like, a lot of men.
I don't know, man, and this might be a hot take as well. I think you should be allowed to analyze people without people turning it sus.
Okay.
Really?
I think you should be able to. Everything is not gay when
I-
you're
okay.
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
somebody.
The sort of thinks we should look at men's
I don't
abs.
think it's about being gay. I just think it's about like why. Like I just didn't think it was that big of a deal.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I didn't see the discourse because I don't be on Twitter.
I
but-
didn't even
but
notice
when
that
I
his
saw the
abs looked
picture.
fake.
It looked a little off. Like it looked like. But Trey, you go to the gym. You know what the average physique looks like, right?
Yes.
In terms of the like.
pull
The
it up
distribution of muscle.
Yes.
So if your abs are shred, like you have a
Yes.
shredded six pack,
Yes.
your chest will probably look pretty muscular as well. It's
Yes.
hard to just have straight abs.
But everyone's body type is different, though. Like everybody's body, when they build it up, they all don't look proportional.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But I will say this, and it'll even like be very relevant to the conversation we just had. Men look at other men's physiques more
sure.
than women look at men's physiques.
For sure.
100%.
That's the
I
whole
just saw
the
the
gym
abs
thing.
and I said like.
See, and so at the end of the day, as long as the guy like it, fuck it, turn up, bro.
Exactly.
But
Do your etch a sketch. I don't care,
Also,
bro.
to go off what you said, I think women do the same. where we might see a terrible BBL and you're like,
Niggas don't care.
And
They don't
I'm
care.
like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, this is not. But when I see a guy where I'm like, all right, I was like the photo.
That's real.
Like,
There's certain stuff,
That's
especially
interesting.
That's a
perspective.
really
Yeah,
that's a really good
especially
point.
gym bros and people in the gym heavy. I've been saying nobody cares that you could do a muscle up except for other men.
Yeah,
That's
why
true.
did he throw a stray at me like that? Why Trezor? Why
you saw me doing muscle ups in the gym like I was a
Muscle
man.
up is a thing.
No,
Like,
you
I-
actually
no,
doing
no,
pull-ups.
but
I'm
I
talking about
attach it
muscle
to-
ups where you like
What are muscle ups?
when you swing yourself up.
are you crazy?
I do that too.
No, you do.
does.
She
It
said
is
she
the
does.
grade
I don't
A
do that.
prison exercise.
Nobody cares about muscle ups except for other dudes trying to learn how to do muscle ups.
If a nigga can do a muscle up, it's like he's Muslim. Like you learn that in prison. Like, that,
Wait, why you gotta be muscle?
Shout out to Muslim Ups. Shout out to Muslim Ups.
so many episode titles.
Oh my god!
I'll show you different proof. I sent the video to Mucho about like me deadlifting 400.
Yeah.
He responded. Zoe didn't say shit.
Nobody cares.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw the video.
How dare
Nobody
you.
cares if you can deadlift 400 pounds.
Women don't give a shit.
Except for other men.
He was
Exactly.
like 400 pounds in jeans. I was like,
I saw Trey posted the video and he's like, no woman cares.
No woman gives a shit.
As long as you can pick them up.
Yeah, that's it. I was so proud of him too.
I couldn't give I wasn't mad. Okay, cool. Like you did. I watched the video. I just didn't respond.
I know.
So what am I
That
gonna
is
say?
crazy. That says something about you.
Why?
Respond to my boy. Okay.
I should have. But I was like, okay, like what am I gonna do? Like clap?
Yes.
I was like, nice. Yeah.
Fire emojis at least.
Yeah.
It's funny
Deadlifting
because
400 pounds.
Yes. Support your friends.
Like what?
I was like,
guess-
nice, good job, man.
You sent it to everybody.
Huh?
No, I just saw it online. And in my head, I was just like,
I
good
sent it
job.
to Mucho because like he bodybuilds and shit. So like I was like, oh yeah, if I
I
can appreciate it.
bodybuild, I'll take it.
Nigga, I don't bodybuild. You sent it to me too.
Yeah, that's true.
And then men will compliment men too. I remember one time I was in the gym and this white dude came over to me. He's like, yo, bro, you have really nice triceps. Like, he was like breaking
Yeah.
down my triceps. He's like, yo,
You check
the
your
horseshoe. He's like, yo, the horseshoe of your tricep looks really
Okay.
nice. I was like,
Oh,
no, thank you, bro.
Let me see.
I don't think I do anymore, but I kind of got a little something.
There you go.
Say no more.
Oh, bro, your pecs.
Like, I don't think, like, that's just a guy thing.
Your pecs
It's
is
funny.
crazy. Honestly, the body looks good. The body looks good.
There you go.
I don't care for the
Facts.
pecs. I don't care for the triceps. I don't care. Listen, if it looks sick, it looks sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I also don't even. I don't even like a very like defined body.
Sure.
Like I don't really care for like crazy abs and like a crazy chest.
Yeah.
I like arms more than anything else. I
hell
like
yeah.
a good set of like thick arms,
Guys, you hear this?
but not like super D's like bally looking arms.
Like you don't
those,
want to
like,
look like
Yeah,
too
yeah.
you know, like, yeah,
like,
like,
like
bulbous, like a nice like set
So
of
you
arms.
like mass more than definition.
Yeah.
That makes
I go.
sense.
I think I like
That
mass
makes
more than definition. I don't really care for like super like bolder,
Like yeah, the super lean, veiny, like competition type.
like
Yeah,
zero
I
body
don't
weight.
like it hurts to walk.
yeah, like the bally looking tough.
No, that's fair.
know what I'm
I gotta
saying?
get out of here because y'all running late for real.
Yeah, I mean we don't really have much. We can save the Mount Rushmore of Power Trip. I don't know that. I mean, who wrote that one?
I did, but we could rapid fire that.
What is
Mount
that?
Rushmore of power trip jobs that people take too seriously. Bouncer at the club, TSA, the person that checks your receipts at the door.
Right.
Of Costco.
Walmart.
Like Walmart and Costco. The person putting the chicken in your Chipotle.
Yeah, they're a little too.
I like this. Keep going. I like
People
this.
at Service Ontario.
Sure. Yeah.
Like people at the DMV.
yeah.
Those are just some off the top of my head. I was thinking.
What
of
about
y'all
the
had-
checkers on the streetcar and stuff?
Oh,
my
yes.
God. They do
Fair
too much.
inspector.
Police
Yeah,
officers,
there you go.
obviously.
Some people at the second window McDonald's be doing like, give me the sweet and sour sauce, bro. Sometimes they be doing like, are you kidding me? Oh, it's 10 cents. Just give me the fucking sauce, bro.
Parking ticketers, bro.
Yeah,
There we go.
parking
Get
tickets.
out of here. Get out. Your job is to ruin people's day.
Yeah.
That's a crazy job. to
Front
have.
desk concierges.
Yeah. Excuse me, there's too many people going in the. Shut up.
Shut up.
Like I just got buzzed in by 2206. Let me up, man.
Shut
Also,
up.
like LCBO security. There's a woman.
well-
Well, why are you 5'3" and a woman at LCBO in your security?
Yeah, you're doing nothing.
Whole body.
Have they ever done too much to you?
No, my thing. Okay, maybe it's not too much, but like Why is a 5'2" woman a security guard at LCBO?
Okay.
What is she doing? Who is she stopping?
A 5'3" woman.
What 5'3" woman?
That's it.
Even a 5'3" man. Who's he doing? I mean, yes, a 5'3" man could
Shout
be
out to
really
my
strong.
nigga Ace.
Oh, we gotta save Love Island. We're not gonna have enough time to go to Love Island.
Is he 5'3"?
No, he's about maybe. I would give him like 5'8",
6.
5'6".
Did you see him and Chris?
Oh no.
Yeah, but Chris
That
is
one-
like 6'8".
Yeah.
They're about a foot apart. So
Listen,
Chris, Ace
I'm
might
an
be about
average
5'8".
heighted man.
Yeah, you're about 5'9",
Ace
5'10".
looks small.
He would look
pretty-
small
Ace is
compared to
smaller
me.
than you?
See, Zoe doesn't respect me. Zoe does not respect
Respect
me.
my guy Mucho.
Zoe, that was
Respect
disrespectful.
Mucho.
That was disrespectful.
She don't respect me.
Nah,
She
man.
don't respect me.
Okay, maybe by like okay. What are you like 5'9", 5'10"?
5'9".
He
Okay,
looks
so I give-
5'6", 5'7".
No, he does not get 5'6".
Yes,
Yeah, he
yes.
does. Yeah, he does.
Niggas know niggas.
Yeah, y'all do know each other still.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, yeah, we'll save Love Island for next week.
Yeah.
Guys, we can't talk about it
We're,
every week.
we're gonna save it for probably the end of the season at this point.
By the time, it'll be close to. It'll be close to. All right, guys.
2 new
Hard
girls.
cut. Wrapping it up. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for listening.
Listen,
to the episode.
we gave you guys a lot today. It's fake everybody's day off today, but we made sure that we recorded on Canada Day.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out on the 2nd if you're listening, on the 3rd if you're watching. But we did this for y'all.
Period. Now we're gonna go party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be back next week. Oh my god, I'm gone, guys. Nice.
All right.